location. Is that right? Or is this the new location?
I keep going to them and telling them that we've moved. We've moved.
They need to rework the way points of interest work. Like, instead of it just being dedicated to a place, it should be like, we are giving it to this person who runs this project, and then you can just move it to the new plot you're running. It's absurd that it's just like, we voted on it on that square. Sorry, Wilderness is that square forever. Oh no, I guess I think I'm in the right place.
Are you? Do you
but points of interest are still stupid.
Do you see me?
I'm wearing gold armor.
Why don't I see anyone? I think there's some problem with the internet.
Here I am.
Oh, I think I'm on the wrong server, probably.
I'm
on Artemis.
I'm in DG.
Oh, I'm in DG. Let me see who's here.
I can't see anyone. I think I need to RF. I need to reload. By the way, I'm sorry if there's any network issue. There's like a big storm outside. So, third world problems. I shouldn't say that.
I can cancel on my own for hours. I got in an argument while playing Dice Masters last night because someone mentioned something about Stoney, and I was like, "Man, he sucks." And they're like, "Well, why did you say that?"
You get in an argument? I don't believe it.
Yeah,
I know you.
Come on.
Argument.
Never. I'm very likable.
You are, though. You are.
Just not in written form.
No, people need to see past that.
Mishi and YouMack, who joined Decentraland first?
Yes.
YouMack.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I dropped in like the end of January of 21, last year.
Okay. That says. When did you join, Mish?
June, July last year. So.
Wait, you joined in like June, July, and then I roll in October, and you're just already everywhere. That's amazing.
Then you're like, who the hell's this guy?
No, that's not what I thought. I thought, oh my god, I need to own that immediately. Who made this? Oh my god.
Well, I think I came in on like a kind of funny, so I think most people who came in creating are creating for the space. I was creating for a lot of NFT projects and a lot of, I wasn't, I guess the people that I was creating for weren't in Decentraland, so I was bridging a lot of new projects in, and I just happened to already be making stuff in the space. So I was making a lot of unique stuff in general. And so that's why I was like, rather than making a project hoodies and stuff like that, I wanted to make stuff more aligned to the NFT project. If you've got something really cool, like a rabbit or something, you'd want a rabbit in game. You want to be able to wear the helmet or wear some really cool stuff. So I think that's why you probably would have seen my stuff everywhere, because I think I was able to bridge in a lot of NFT projects, and it's just kind of like one or two were like, oh, we need some wearables. We have a guy that you can contact. And then...
you publish in Decentraland so that I can go and buy it.
You have it already, the Happy Top. It's a PPI. So I made that. So it took me ages to save, because the publication cost was $500 USD. And then for Australia, that's like $600 or something. It's a bit more. And then I was like, oh, geez. And I was hustling. I hustled for 1 or 2 months before I published. And then from there, I kind of I know the process. I know how it works. And I was publishing I was working on a couple of projects at a time. And it was just something that I did as a passion project, just something interesting. And when
will we get Cloud City, Nishi? That's what I need. That's the next question.
I know, a legit Cloudy City. And so Ney's worked with me, and I'm very creative, and I like to kind of just, I guess, play with ideas. I'll be like, oh, how can we actually represent your project? Or I don't know, get a little bit, I guess, just creative. And I like to develop.
What would be cool is if people who own plots could sell their airspace. And then you buy 10 plots of airspace and build Cloud City. And then you can just create a Cloud City in the sky. I want Cloud City.
That would be nice. I would like to make a Cloudy City one day if I can get land or something. But
you have access to land. You have Endomac, you have this, you have that. Anytime you want to deploy on Endomac, because we need to bring more stuff to Endomac, and we're doing the movies every Saturday now. We're gonna try to
that looks fun.
Be on point with that.
If I get a 1x1, I really want to make an izakaya. I want to set up an izakaya.
Do it, and then just deploy it on Endomac anytime you want.
Deploy it on Endomac, yeah. Well, I don't want to replace Endomac. I think
what?
I'll rent the land. I'll rent the land. I'll rent. I'm a renter. I am a patron of the space.
You can rent the land, but we need like some. It's been there for a while, and we're trying to get more traffic and stuff. So that's why we're trying to get, do the movie things again. Like I don't know if you guys.
The movie night was so good.
Oh yeah, you were there. Wasn't it funny?
Oh, it was so good.
We just make fun of the craziest, stupidest,
and people were there. There were so many people.
Well, I mean, Endo and YouMack are like, the most popular regulars.
They're like super popular.
I don't know anyone. There's only two people or one person who doesn't like one of them, and that person's a little crazy. Otherwise, they're like, I don't know anyone who would. Nah, that's not necessary. I don't know one person who would. I don't know otherwise a single person who would choose to try to disrespect the glorious YouMack. And I've never heard anyone say anything negative about Endo.
By the way, look at this.
No, everybody loves Endo.
Thanks, Mitchie, and I'm so excited about our Pride wearable.
I'm super excited. That's like I didn't want to leak anything, but I'm super excited.
Let's not leak.
Rayon in the chat too now.
Oh, hi Ray. Hi Ray. Hello. You'd like to join, Ray?
Ray!
Anyone can join. Look at this.
We're just gonna turn the cameras off now. Fine, I'll go dark too. Then we'll just watch.
Beauty.
Yeah, we'll just. I don't know. What's my? Hey, I guess that's my bird. That's fine. But never mind. Oh, he's Mitch's back. He just had
Yeah, so I was just gonna open the Twitch stream as well, so I can watch at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm trying. Okay, I think I should be in DG now. Let me.
Are you?
Yeah, there I am.
Oh my god!
I'm kind of cheating on you guys because I'm wearing the Dice Masters Mythic set that I bought today.
Wow, that's amazing, Jarod.
Actually, I paper handed some XDG to get this, and I feel dirty about it. But this set is. But I mean, Yanakis, is that how you say it out loud?
Yanakis.
Yeah, Yanakis, and then he's updating. You also see that my name is Dice Master right now? That's because I bought Dice Master, and then under the guidance of a former friend, I purchased Dice Masters as well, and then there's two types of people. There are people who go, "Oh, you're a genius business person," and then the people I agree with who are like, "Oh, you're such a prick buying their name." And I'm like, "I know, but I've already committed to giving them Dice Masters at cost."
Oh my
but
god!
If they want Dice Master, I like it.
That's what you do. I think people used to do that with like URLs and stuff, right? It's like someone bought Nikki Fuego's name.
Yeah, but that's so scummy. It's a small space. Like, it's not like you're buying Google's name. You're buying two dudes who are busting their ass to help make everything better for us. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't know those guys well. Maybe they're. I mean, Yanakis seems like the nicest dude. I don't know Diesel Dating that well. He seems perfectly reasonable. I have no reason to believe they're scumbags. So,
well, it's kind of like an undercut. Like, that. I mean, we can name some specific ones, which I'm not going to, but
no, let's.
I mean, it's kind of like you're their friend, and then you undercut them and get their name and stuff, and then it's like, well, it's business, and it's like, well, it's kind of. I mean, business is cutthroat, but come on,
because the argument that it's like if they wanted it, they'd have bought it, or like first comes, gets rewarded is like, but if we just cut each other off, like we just keep stabbing each other to like make tiny profit from each other, like we're just hurting the ability for everything to grow, because like now instead of like focusing on their project and making it as good as they can, they're now stressed about getting their name for me. Like the next morning after I woke up, I was like, guys, like just so you know, like because I immediately DM'd Nikki Fuego to be like, this was a dick move, right? And she didn't say yes explicitly, but she's like, well, like I was personally very stressed about getting Broomway, so I would think so, yeah. And I was like,
well, also someone took her name. Someone minted Nikki Fuego. Like I was like, that's not an accident. You know what I mean? She went to buy her own name, and she's like, someone bought it, and it's not for sale. So she's like, so that's why she rushed for Broomway.
Yeah, no, it's.
She's like, you have to hurry. Yeah.
But what about Odd Job, who went and bought everybody's name and gave it to them like that?
Oh, he blocked me for a reason I don't know. I don't like Odd Job just because I don't like being ignored or dismissed, and he has done nothing but ignore or dismiss me. So like, you could tell me he gave everyone $1 million, and I'd still be like, man, fuck that guy.
He gifted people names. That's kind.
Yeah, like bought their names. So I saw on Twitter like, and I thought that was really
cool. Is very nice.
I like Odd Job.
I wish I was independently wealthy too. That'd be great.
I think that's a really funny, actually really interesting thing, because I think it's kind of like, buying your name is kind of like you taking the space seriously as well. Like, you know, making that purchase is a big deal. Like, not a big deal, but it's a milestone in your space. You know, it's a sign of commitment in the space. Like, okay, I'm willing to spend $100 plus ETH on a name.
Yeah.
So for Oddjob I mean, it's really nice that Oddjob did that, but it's kind of like buying someone their first car. You know what I mean? Like, if someone pays for your first car, it's not as special as when you've actually been like, okay, hey, I need a car. I'm going to buy this like really cheap car, whatever. And even though it's like a little bit of money, it's not much money. It's kind of like, I guess, a show of faith. You know what I mean? It's kind of like you're investing in this yourself. You're like, okay, I'm going to be around for a while. I'm going to invest. So I wonder if the people who got their name given to them have that same kind of weight as somebody who saved up and bought for it. You know,
a lot of them that I saw tweeting were so appreciative of it.
Yeah, I mean,
enough to tweet about it, like, oh my god, like.
I mean, if they value the name as much as someone that would have paid for it, you know what I mean?
Like, no, exactly. Like in that same way that, like, I love every free wearable I've ever gotten, but like, I wear them for an hour, I send a photo, and then like, I don't remember it, and then it's like, oh right,
but your name is your name. Like your name will always be your name.
It's true, but I hear where Mishi's coming from though. Like that commitment to like, you know, getting it does, like, you know, you are putting in the game. Though I would say on the counter side, like when I got my first free wearable at the you know, the toga, with like that toga party at oh no, who did the Waifuman toga party? Metazoo. When I got that free one, like I immediately, like that night, I believe, was when I went and bought like my full wardrobe of face fashion attire, which bummer for Metazoo giving out free wearables, and I didn't spend a dime on theirs. But
but Zoo is always just like totally about community and has always been like just putting on crazy events and the builds and stuff, and always just being about throwing events.
Yeah, no,
and
that
giving
event was
back
awesome.
to the community.
Did you go to the last event? It was pretty nice.
No, probably not. I don't go to a lot of events. The event-going crowd tend to hate me.
I need to get back into it more.
Like I tried to go to Rouston's like hours after his event ended, and I still like managed to find like 3 people who just like kind of wanted to be rude to me. It's like, oh, you know, okay. Thanks, guys. I see that you've definitely read my words. Thank you.
No.
Well,
Rouston's very lovely though. He was very polite. I enjoy Rouston immensely.
He's super cool. And he's such a good person. And well, you remember when you posted that thing on Twitter, and then he posted your tweet at a party at his place.
I mean,
you guys had a talk, and you talked it over and stuff. And
the funny thing is that other people, D Freshmaker, who's trying to become like a fucking manager in music NFTs, which he's the worst. But he actually blocked me over that. That was his, because he had posted art, and I don't. Because I don't know, Rouston just used to just give me such anxiety because he's always hanging out with the baby dolls that hate me and or blocked me for absolutely no reason, creating the initial,
I still don't get it. Like, why did the block happen?
Okay, well, someone told me recently that Liz and Token Kiwi are like married, and that would explain a lot because we were like DMing all friendly like, and I just made like a really casual tweet like that there are men, like I made a comment on one of their posts where I was like, I love all of the things about this photo, like just very praising, but I was like, but I don't like the beer hat because I just don't like beer hat. That was literally like the only negative thing.
I
was
really
like,
want to see that photo.
Well, I actually like.
I remember that tweet. It was kind of weird, like all over a beer hat.
Yeah, and then she blocked me, and then I like within a month, because I just don't like being silenced or confused. Because like literally, if you look at our DMs, it's like the most friendly conversation that agrees that people overreacting to slightly mean tweets is insane. And so I'm just like, I don't understand. Like everything about what we've talked about would indicate that how I've handled our friendship is adequate. But then so that was that. And then like a week later, I was just like, I woke up on a Sunday morning, and Tang Poco had sent a tweet that had Liz in it, and I want to say Dogman, is that a guy?
Yeah,
Dogman was hosting an event, and Tang had retweeted a picture of Liz, Dogman, and herself, and just being like, anyone who's at this event, you know, one of you will get a free wearable if you reply to this with like a picture of proof. And I retweeted it saying, if you post pictures of proof that you were doing anything else, I'll give 3 people 3 wearables, which was 100% a shitty thing to do.
Slightly mean tweets.
But I mean, I see the humor in what you're doing. I see the humor in what you're doing, but I'm an asshole too.
Like, and I mean, I was, to be fair, like, I was just annoyed because, like, I just was like, oh, this fucker. Like, I just don't like being shut down for, like, without explanation, which was mean. But, like, that was the, like, tipping spiral because then Tang Poco spent, like, some amount of time DMing Shelly Vaughn, who then spent, and Dom. Because, like, I got, like, 2 or 3 different people, like, had hour-long phone calls with me after that DM to be like, well, just listen. Well, Dom didn't care at the time because he didn't like the baby dolls. But the Trues cared, and I had an hour-long conversation, and I don't like being told I can't articulate myself. And because he was like, well, listen, like, we don't want to have to put out a tweet saying we're not associated with you. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? So it just spiraled from there. And now, like, Tang likes to pretend like she's never spent any time in DMs, asking people to get a choker on me. It's very disingenuous.
Well, I think everybody should have their voice, be able to have their voice. Sometimes you can be a little like, I'm like, whoa, Jerry. But
that's fair.
Again, like I have that humor where I'm like, oh, even if it's at me, like as long as it's funny, I'll laugh at it. Like that's just how I am. Like, hey, you call me like this or that, and it's whatever.
For the record, though,
boring, then I'm like, oh, try again. But if it's funny,
lots of people I respect speak very highly of Tang. So I just want to clarify, like, she causes me immense anxiety. But I am told by many people I respect that she is a selfless contributor to their art and success. And while I still question those motives, I am working on getting past this this block. Because I'm told that a number of people, Ray, Nikki, lots and lots of people have informed me that she is, in fact, not a terrible petty person who's only self-interested. So
she responds to your I see that she responds to your tweets in a very diplomatic way. I will say that, like,
does she? Okay. I mean,
I from what I've seen, I'm not on Twitter 24/7, but sometimes I'm like, hey, that's a good response. Like, you tweeted something and then she tweeted this funny GIF that said "boop," like booped on your nose, and I thought that was funny.
No, the boop on my nose thing was that was she just tweeted that. That was not a reply to me. That was her being petty, for the record.
No. It was a reply to you. It was like a couple months ago or something. I laughed because that was funny.
That was how she celebrated Rouston's party. That was not a response to me. I'm almost certain. I'm not gonna go dig it up, but like I feel pretty confident that was not a reply to me. Because I didn't talk to or about Tang for quite a large chunk of the early spring. But regardless, I didn't think this was gonna be.
But I want to know more about
Ray just said she's actually a better person than me. I don't think that's possible, Ray. You're very kind. I've seen you spend money out of your own pocket to give people who bought $20 worth of NFT like $40 worth of stuff.
Yeah.
So, but again, I don't want to continue to have a feud with the baby dolls. It has made my life very unpleasant.
Yeah, yesterday
I get harassed
Jarod
weekly by random
house.
people because they don't even know.
We hung out together yesterday.
Well,
remember?
Yeah, that was nice. That was nice. When you finally got there.
They bring a lot to the community. Tang and all the baby dolls. I mean, so much. That's what Decentraland needs is various events, like different events and stuff. And
true,
but building a better community for everybody, and I respect that.
I feel like just that their events are very much cookie cutter and that it's really just kind of about selling their wearables. It doesn't feel like that's my vibe in my sense. I am again told by lots of people that I'm wrong. Finn's a baby doll. I like Finn. Finn is great. He's the nicest man.
Finn is awesome.
Oh.
Father Finn is the nicest person, and so I mean there is at least one baby doll I have a non-contentious relationship with. I don't know most of them. Fermion seems very nice. She doesn't speak to me, but
Fermion is awesome.
Yeah, I enjoy their content. They don't tend to have the same blandness. I don't know. There's more.
Oh, that's not nice.
I'm not you're right. I didn't articulate myself. And again, the other issue is that there are 10 baby dolls, and when my beef, air quote beef, with the baby dolls started, I got the impression there were like 4 of them. And so I made very broad statements about the baby dolls, and then I picked an fight with like half a dozen people. No, a dozen people at this point. So I'm a mistake. Because I'm sure they're all very lovely in their own way.
But I want to hear more about your Ney, about this wilderness. I've been wanting to jump in and play for so long.
You gotta get training.
Oh yes, we
Yes.
should train. We should
I'm
train
here,
you.
so
I had invited
What is it
Tang
all about?
actually to the game. So I was hosting something like the baby dolls at Wilderness. So Jarod, maybe you can join and co-host
yes.
that.
What
That
if
would
you
be
could
fun.
be the link, the catalyst between?
Oh yes.
I will
Like a
have you know that there are no
force
less than 3
David
different
all.
people trying to do that right now. We've got
I was
Buffalo Music
almost
is
the
in my
link.
DM.
I was almost the link last night when we went together to the party.
Yeah,
Yeah.
almost. Yeah, no, Galleria was there telling me to stop being a dick.
Oh.
NFT Galleria?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's got a good head on her shoulders. So you listen to her.
I think it's a guy.
No, NFT Gallerina?
No, let me go look up who I'm talking to. They're in
Yeah,
Penguin Fight
even I
Club,
thought it's a guy.
Oh.
right? Are we talking about the same person?
Well,
Is it-
NFT Gallerina is
Oh, okay, yeah, I see.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, I see that there's a Galleria NFT. Let me, because his name's like Dr. Rob or something. I think is his actual handle.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to, I don't know. Like, I'm so bad with names. Oh yeah,
Well,
yeah,
plus
Mr. Rob.
there's so
Zevich.
many people now, and it's kind of
Yeah, no, the name is NFT Curator Pixilia Gallery is what they're.
oh, never mind. Okay.
Yeah. So my bad, I had the wrong name.
No,
But yeah,
I
no,
had.
they're just someone I'd met on Twitter. I don't know them super well, but they're, we've spent some time in the DMs and they seem like a very, ethical and like focused on, doing things how they want and doing, having a standard and like expecting it to be met and, not letting, people be bullies or, be D-bags. So as long as he keeps liking me, that's nice at least. I can't be too bad.
And it's such a it really is a small world here, and we're all building to make it better. And there can, I have to admit myself too. I'll be like, oh, maybe jealous sometimes and whatever. But in the grand scheme of things, we're all here. We will all only prosper by all of us prospering. You know what I'm saying?
Like
I'm
we can
terrible
only
at
grow
explaining
together,
shit.
I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the boats rise.
And there's
with-
gonna be like clashes here and there, or whatever. But
For sure.
and someone actually, Dom actually taught me that. Like, hey, let's work together with them instead of don't work against anybody. We're all, I learned that from him. So, I have that to say about that, and it's true. It's like we're all here for the same thing. We want to have fun, and we want to build exciting things for everybody. Opportunities and engagement, and just
That's
what do you want to do when you come home from work or whatever? You come here and you get lost in Decentraland and have
Yes.
fun and hang out. Like I love, and then going to like with Pride Month. I mean, it's so awesome that everyone is just we have friends across the globe, and
I do agree that the Pride Month has been really awesome. So far, I think that like the event was cool. I think that the Twitter love was good. It was a bummer that I woke up to being tagged in a message of someone just being with
Oh
hate
yes,
speech and chat.
even I saw
But
that.
we-
That was
we got
effed
vengeance.
up.
We got vengeance. And I'm also hopefully Thorzy, if you're watching, please in the future just tag Hercules. Half a dozen people do not need to be made aware of douchebags promoting hate speech. I'm sure Mishi didn't love waking up to, oh look, someone's saying faggot. That's great.
That's not cool. No.
Yeah,
it
so-
was
It's
so I
like,
just
bad.
said-
it's like it's 2022. Come
Oh
on.
my god.
And Hercules is great. He's a very nice. He doesn't talk. He's one of the longer standing like admins at DG. He describes himself in his bio, I believe, as a big gay bitch who will look out for his boys. So that's the guy you should be tagging if you're upset about how someone's talking in DG chat. That's the guy who's gonna get. And he found that dude and banned him, so it was great. Justice.
Good.
That was good.
Good to hear.
Ray is saying
Yeah.
that
We
that
don't
guy
need that
attacked
shit.
her in Sin's stream. So he came to Twitch. Ray. So
What?
much
He
easier to
attacked you
find
in
someone.
Sin's?
Yeah. The
I
same
wonder
guy?
what I said that made Ray go Jared. Was it a good thing or a bad thing? Yeah, no, that guy's
Oh
mad.
my
Yeah, some people, you know what? Some
Wait,
people
yeah.
are just.
Oh my god.
That's Steve. Steve.
Who's Steve?
Seiko.
Oh, Steve.
Yeah, UMac knows literally everyone, and I know like 4%
Well,
of
not
Yeah.
really. Like I
Oh
mean,
my god.
but I believe that's right. Hello, Steve. Yeah.
Hello.
Steve Seiko actually is this month's Face Fashion winner.
Oh, what did they make? Let me
So
look.
Mitchie, right? Working
Yeah,
with
so
Steve.
I want to make a massive stage. Like, I really want to design a stage that kind of like I'm aiming for like something metaverse festival quality, and then hopefully just reaching for the top, I'll get something of high quality. You know, I'm just one person. I'm looking at some of the stages made by teams, and I'm like, I want to do that. So hopefully I can just make something really cool for Steve, so he can have a set and have like his music playing. And you know, I think as a musician in the space, it's really, I don't know, I think it's a really kind of prominent form of creativity and artistry. So both UMac and I are part of the Face Fashion team. So it's me, UMac, and Anthony Sims, who's a contemporary artist in America. And so we looked at the kind of applicants. And so Steve Sai was one that we're like, oh, we really want to kind of push his music, push his sets, and just support, I don't know, I guess creativity in the space. So bridging his brand into the space will be really, I don't know, something fun, something different, something unique. So last month we had CK Bubbles, who does nail art, and they had a bubble space. So it had a lot of bubbles that you could engage with, you could ride on, look at the
We were
gallery.
hanging out with her. She was in Ray's stream yesterday. She seems like she's badass. Like she's like a head
Yeah,
of director of marketing
They
at
are.
some company. And
They are.
They-
They're
my apologies,
super
my
awesome.
apologies.
Bubbles
Yeah.
is freaking
they,
awesome.
yeah, they seem
So
like a badass.
funny and so talented.
Yeah,
The nails that they create are just
exceptional, like really
it's
talented.
so
artwork.
Those
fun to
bubbles make
look
me really
at.
uncomfortable. It just confirms to me that like my inner Mennonite heritage just has made me a prude. That's all I can I've concluded. I'm just like, I see it, I was like,
Why?
oh, that's not right.
What?
The girls put a shirt on, young lady, and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm such a prude. What happened?
Oh,
Grandma,
the
you
wearable, yeah,
won.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't. It's so funny because we didn't even consider that. Like, so we were talking about it the other day, and they said like how someone had commented like, "Oh, like you know, it's very revealing" or something. But when we were designing it, we weren't thinking like that at all. Actually, like we were just kind of, how can we place the bubbles and make it look very like bubbly, like bathtub? You know what I mean? Not like not like.
I mean, like that's just like when you're talking about Rouston's work. You know, it's like, listen, he has painted a naked woman. That is his canvas. But like, once you get past that, you're there. There is art there, and it's not just like boobs. So like, you know, it's you're
And
yeah.
wieners too. He painted wieners too.
Oh, I missed those.
Wieners.
Remember that one? I was
I
like,
want to see
"Woo!"
those ones. Oh.
Yeah.
And so for us, it was like we were focusing on the nails and bringing the nail art in, and it's not until actually it was flagged by the committee, like, is this too risque? And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize it was risque. You know, as I said, it's so easy to forget when you're not focusing on it, I guess. And so for
Just
us,
run all your
it was not
boob-based products by
focused.
me, Mishi. I can help you out here, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Just, if
yeah.
you're just like, just a quick look. Is this something a child would go, hey, boobs? I'm your man.
Well, because as well, like, there's no nipples, and it was no, as I said, there's no focus on that. We weren't really looking at that as a part of the design, and so it's just a really kind of funny consequence.
I want a skin now that is a naked Barbie doll. Just like, because you just said there are no nipples. Now I'm just like, can naked Barbie doll pass?
No, it usually can't. So there might be a filter. It's just waiting for a filter for nudity, so people like yourself that said this is too risque, it can be like, I don't know, blanked out or blurred out. I don't know what they're gonna do, but it just to prevent.
So once
feeling
that's in, you're
offended.
just saying we can all just be walking around with like 5-foot erections. Is that what you're telling me?
Maybe if
that
that's
would
what
be
you want
cool.
to do.
Yeah.
So I think it doesn't stop the decentralization, but it does kind of protect the community that does find it offensive. Because it is a global platform, and we have to be respectful for that.
Oh,
So
100%. I mean,
it's
I-
a really tricky one. Yeah.
Yeah,
And so
it's
I-
really because how can you really like not to lie? But I mean, I at first, you know, I have a friend who owns a strip club, and I still want to do a strip club in here. But you know,
someone
how do
told me
you?
there is a strip club in Decentraland.
There
I've
is?
not
There's few I think that are just
They come and go.
but not
They come
live
and go.
stream. You know.
Yeah, not live stream.
But
I own the URL solostuds.com if anyone wants to use that. I can't. I will not explain the anecdote about how I decided to purchase that, but
No,
if you're
please do.
interested in starting a mail website,
I know you.
I have the
please.
URL for you.
Let's know about it. Why
Yeah,
did you
well,
decide to
Tell us.
purchase that?
We need to
URL?
know.
Ironically, I was trying to think of a good name for a blog for like a men's like kind of like get your shit together website, and like I think I believe I bought it unironically, and then like the next day I went to like look at my Google domains, and I'm like, did I really think solostuds.com was gonna be like a good name for anything besides dudes jerking off in front of a camera? Because honestly, I don't think there is. I don't think there's a use for that. No dude's ever gonna be like, I gotta get my advice from solostuds.com.
I mean,
Well,
I'm sure
why
there are
not?
some people out there that are
Yeah.
thinking that, but not for the same reason.
Yeah, no, they're not
Not
looking
the
for
same
like
reason that you set it up.
how many shirts should a man own. That's not. You're not going to Solo Studs for that. I once Googled that. I was like,
I mean,
what-
because solo studs, right? So I mean, it's
Well, I don't
kind of
think
like
it's
Queer
stud.
Eye for the straight guy. Like they need to know some people,
Yeah.
not just men or even women. Like so, we just need to know. Okay, they don't have any older brothers or sisters or anybody to tell them like,
Yeah.
hey, that outfit looks like shit. Here's how you should dress.
Yeah,
Like
but anyway.
there needs to be more resources like that. I could see it.
hey, I'm just not. But at this point, I would just like someone else to buy it from me and just use it for a male cam set website. 'Cause
I
I'm not-
want you to be like run it,
I'd
and
visit.
we all get our advice, our fashion advice from
Yeah.
Jarod, and you know, like hygiene advice and like products, hair
Yeah.
products, and all that.
The best
do
way
it.
to grow a really
at your
shitty
nice beard.
The best way
That's
to grow a
long.
mediocre
Whatever.
mustache.
That's
uh,
pretty
Mm.
long now that you're waving it. Whoa.
It's
You're caressing it
It's,
gently.
it's
Just
legitimately too
stroking
long.
it.
I need to
Looks
trim it
long.
if I wanted to look cool, but I'm kind of I'm debating going for like the Jason Momoa, which I have no business doing.
Oh, look at it now! It's got that curl at the end. It looks really
Oh.
But
awesome.
Yeah,
It's
no, it's
looking
way
very
too-
Renaissance.
yeah,
It's looking like a Renaissance painting
It's very
more than anything.
artsy. It's very
it's very. I think I'm
artsy.
really close to like a Jafar, probably. Like,
No,
slick up
you
the
can
mustache a
dream.
bit.
You can dream to be Jafar.
Yeah.
You're not
Jafar,
wrong,
babe.
but this hurts. Let me go Google Jafar.
Guy
Or you could just
Fawkes.
visit solostuds.com. Find out. the
Yes. See.
payment. See?
I think I'm
You've already
closer
got
to
It feels
Jafar.
like it does feel like a Spanish Renaissance painting or something. Like this
I'll take
vibe
it.
that you're going
That's
for.
good.
You need that like that
Nice.
hat like
Yeah, you're right.
Is it-
No, because Jafar doesn't have the hair in the middle. I feel pretty good about this being pretty close to I mean, obviously, I'm not tall and skinny enough yet, but I think we're getting there. Look, I got that. Like, Google Jafar when you're back
Damn.
inside Nishi, and I think you'll
That
change
looks so long.
We can dream. It's kind of like me being like, when I don't have a beard, I'm Aladdin. I can always dream, you know? Like, like if anything,
Same
you're closer
here.
to the Sultan. You know what I mean? You're closer to the Sultan, mate, than
Oh, okay.
the Jafar.
Well, now you're just being mean, but let me Google.
Oh.
Oh, and Mitchie.
No, wait, because he can grow hair up here, bro. I would kill a human being to grow a beard like that. If we were, if the world worked like Highlander, I would decapitate for that beard. Okay, that's how like. That's not true. I could never kill anything.
True. You're looking like Sean Connery.
Gorilla glue it on your chin.
Yeah, but if it was like Highlander, I would go until someone gave me the power to grow the Sultan's beard because this isn't a style choice. Hair doesn't grow here except for in like a little patch right there. It's sad.
Can you look at Sean Connery and Zorro? Like was Sean Connery and Zorro? What was Sean Connery in? Where he had like Three Musketeers or something?
Are you thinking of Highlander where he played a Scottish person or where he played a?
He did play a Scottish person, but I don't think he had a mustache and a beard. I'm thinking maybe Three Musketeers, Sean Connery for some reason, but it might not exist. I feel like it's this combo that I've just created in my brain.
I always forget he died.
Who? Sean Connery?
Yeah, he died in 2020.
Oh.
Stop that. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you release this information on the stream?
Yeah.
Terrible.
I don't know if you heard, but Betty White is also dead.
I
That
heard
was an
that.
announcement. Oh, Betty White. No.
That was like a movement. I'm so sad. I was like, someone
No.
protect Betty White.
Because it was the
And
day
no
before
one
her
did.
birthday, right?
She needs to live forever.
But she died, right?
Yeah, she died the day before her birthday. The day before People magazine was going to release a magazine dedicated to her, how amazing it was she was still alive.
She was going
People
to turn
magazine-
100, right? Oh no.
Yeah.
She was freaking awesome.
We needed another 100 years of Betty White.
Her and Joan Rivers.
Oh yeah.
I mean, such strong comedic women back in the day was hard.
You can't argue with that. Right up there with like the Carol Burnett's for, you know, trailblazing.
Carol Burnett, Lucille Ball.
Okay, so what else is there to talk? Do you guys, Misha, you don't play any Twitter game, right?
I thought you were looking at Sean Connery and Zorro. Is he actually in Zorro? Or like Three Musketeers? Is that a thing?
I was looking.
I looked up pictures
let
of
me
Sean
check.
Connery, but let me take Zorro.
Maybe not Zorro,
me
maybe
check.
Three Musketeers. I feel like he was in like this really retro Three Musketeers. And I feel like
Oh
that's
my
the
God, there's
vibe
someone
it's giving me.
really
And if it
hot.
doesn't exist. Is it Antonio Banderas? What a
Antonio
babe.
Banderas is in Zorro.
Yeah,
He plays
he's
Zorro.
in Zorro. I'm getting him mixed
Okay,
up.
that's
Antonio
the
Banderas
wrong
even
Three
stays.
How do you
Musketeers.
do
It's
Sean
pretty-
Yes,
Connery and
Nora.
Antonio Banderas?
Sean.
I swear Sean Connery has had your look at least once
Well,
in his
in
life.
Zorro or in Highlander, he has a much better mustache, and then like a little like. I also can't grow
Little
hair.
chinny
Like
chin.
this isn't.
Hair
I mean, I
on
can, but
his
it's sad. It's like
chin.
yeah, it's just pubes in the little lip space.
Oh wow, that's really good to know.
Hopefully it doesn't like taste like it when you
Oh.
like kiss and stuff.
Taste like what? You?
What?
I mean,
What are you saying?
What?
Why? What?
I think she's saying that she hopes my face doesn't taste like dick. That's what I think she just said. And I'm pretty
Because
sure
it-
my face doesn't taste like dick, despite the fact that I am a dick.
Oh.
The very.
That's
yeah,
sad.
Like,
No, I was saying like because beards are kind of like pubic hairs, and
But on the face.
And pubes taste
Yeah.
like dick.
Aw.
Right? That's not-
it's like
Right.
saying
Yeah.
ear and nose hair is pubes. Pubes are
Oh.
old people. What do you say? Oh?
and ear hair. Some guys have
Ear
old men have like ear hair coming out of
And
their
hopefully it
ears.
doesn't taste like pubes.
Ew, I'm not tasting nobody's
Yeah.
ear hair. Or
Yeah, like-
Oh, you don't like a little
Ew.
ear nibble? Come on, like that's essential. So that's a little, like a very lovely spot. You're like a little cuddle, little ear nibble. No, never. Okay, maybe just me.
a nipple
Ear
hair?
nibble. Ear
No,
nibble.
nibble, like a nibble.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I
That's-
do.
that's
I
pretty
do have a ring of
adorable.
hair around my nipple in case that was something we wanted to talk
Oh no.
about.
Oh no.
there's always a random.
Mishi looks
even
so
on
uncomfortable.
women, there's like a random nipple hair. Or
Well,
do
it's
you
just
ever
not-
get
I'm
like
like,
one
What
mom you
age
wake
does
up
it
and
show up? When does it show
There's-
up? Oh
What?
no.
When the-
Ear or
Uh-oh.
nose?
Nay has just gotten very
Like
concerned.
in
She's
high
"Wait,
school.
when will I
I'm
get nipple
scared.
hairs?
Oh no.
Which one?
Alright.
Which
We've lost-
ear hair?
Which
nipple
part of the
hair,
body?
Nose hair.
Nose hair.
Yeah, which part of the body are you referring to?
Yes, Mark, tell us.
like a random areola hair.
Areola.
I remember having a discussion in high school.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
In high-
technically. I
I-
guess.
asking for a
I
friend,
love
right?
it. High school,
Asking for a
high
Asking
friend.
school
for friend.
kids, high school kids advising you on something, and you're like, must be legit. These kids, in high school they used to say Mountain Dew, which shrink your genitalia.
Oh,
That was a false.
Mountain
You
Dew.
can't believe everything you hear
that's a
in
good
high school.
excuse. Yeah, drank Mountain Dew.
Sorry,
Oh,
sorry,
that's
Ryan.
why
I don't know.
someone
I don't know
framed it.
where this went.
Jared and I were
probably
talking
why-
about hands last night. We were talking
yeah,
about
this-
hand fetish. Did you
Yeah,
see
I've
his
never heard of
photos?
this.
Oh yeah.
Do either of you
You're
have a
petting your
hand
pussy.
I have
What?
really beautiful hands, by the way. Now that
Yeah,
you
but
say
do
Yes,
you
it.
have like
man.
nice veiny ones? I'm told veins are
So
important. It's
Doki
really-
and I, we were discussing about our fetish for hands. I mean, we find them really
I
pretty.
actually do hand modeling sometimes for like drink
What?
bottles. And
Oh my god, don't
I'm
show it
sorry.
right now. I don't want to get distracted.
This
oh,
stuff
oh my
is
god,
the money, and actually, if you feel
They
they're
look,
really like
they look
soft and-
very
Wow.
nice. Both of your hands do.
No. Oh
yeah,
my
like
god.
you don't
Soft
need
and
me. You
supple.
just need my
Oh my
hand.
God.
Yeah, it's very soft and
Too much
lovely
hair on the
and
Can you,
wrist.
like-
I don't know. They look. I don't know.
I
I'm not
usually
Can
get
you
a
rub
wax
them
before I
together
get
for me?
paid. Like when I get paid, I get a wax done. So
How much does
it's
hand
really
modeling pay? Should I look into this? Because I've been
Show me
told I
your
have
nails.
I
very.
don't know. I didn't get a lot. I got like $100 here and there,
Oh.
like like nice. And so
That's
Oh
not
my
worth
God.
waxing for.
and so
My
it's just,
heart.
like it's mainly like holding drink bottles or holding something like a bag or something.
You hold a lot
and
of
then
things like
they
that.
Photoshop it. Or even
Yeah,
like with the phone,
cylindrical
like the
things,
phone.
right?
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
fun.
Because you don't want like on the phone like a kind of gross nail. It kind of like
Yeah.
you need it to be a nice hand holding the
Manicure.
phone.
You've got such a
I
good
should get a
proportion.
pin.
Like the finger to palm ratio is perfect, Michi. I mean, I have researched.
Yeah.
Thank you. Like,
So
What's the
hot.
correct ratio here? I'm trying
I
to
mean,
understand.
it's like Michi.
Oh.
You see how the fingers are a little bit longer than the palm? Oh my god. Oh.
Mitchie, this is
Okay, stop.
Stop
Don't
it.
show
Yeah,
it
yeah,
I
too
was the
much.
hottest
That's a
man in
nice hand.
Decentraland until this moment, and now I am
I'm
dethroned.
getting all
I can't,
bothered
Wait, your
here.
pinky looks bent.
can't handle this.
Yeah, sure,
my
Jared.
pinky looks bent.
No, not yours, Jared.
Mine? No, what?
Well, unless you're going, you were like holding it weird, like all.
Pinky.
maybe.
Bro,
maybe
I have a
okay.
really separate pinky from the rest of my fingers.
I don't know. Anyway, this conversation is ridiculous.
Look,
Yeah.
you can't compete. I'm
'Cause you
saying.
keep touching
This
your
will not
beard.
translate to audio for a podcast.
Yeah,
I've
this
been
no.
I've been paid for it, so if you get paid for anything like a DJ, whatever, then you're a real hand model, you're a
Yeah.
real DJ. So you can't compete
Professional.
with these bets.
Michi is professional.
Maybe.
Okay, what if I start an
Maybe.
LLC and then pay myself to hand model?
Ooh.
Then you're a sucker. Then you're a sucker, mate. You're a sucker. You're tricking yourself. You're scamming yourself.
Yeah, that is
Why
you,
pay
you gotta
yourself?
lie to yourself before you can effectively lie to other people. You know?
Why pay for yourself when you can pay for quality?
Oh. He's just flexing them on the screen.
You're doing the Napoleon Dynamite dove dance.
Do you have the red face fashion hat, Mishi? Do you have that one?
Yeah, of course.
I got that. That's the only thing. I'm not sending it back. Dom can go fuck himself. That is going with me till I die.
Don't
What's
send
up
it
with
back. It's such a
Dom,
good
though?
beanie.
What's up with Dom, though?
He's a troublemaker.
I
He's
blame
up to
Gold.
no
I
good.
mean, these are not the correct people to talk to because Dom worked with them intimately for years. There's a
True.
falling out that Dom insists they totally know what they did and they're denying it. From my perspective, that doesn't seem accurate, but it has that those feelings I think have driven a wedge in our own friendship, along with I think Gold Guy pestering him in his ear. Because,
Well, I don't want to talk without him being able to say his side either. I don't.
I really
Legit.
wanted
No,
to
but
invite him
he's
today.
blocked all of us. He
But,
would have
but
an
he said
opportunity.
no. I was going to invite him, but he said he does not want to.
No.
So we
And I
were
can
in talks
respect
before.
that. You know what? I don't want to.
Yeah.
But no, I agree
Me
with.
too.
I agree with.
Unless somebody, the other party is here, like I don't
Yeah.
want to
Yeah, I agree with.
be like just blah blah
YouMack.
blah.
Yeah.
You know, he's my
Mm-mm.
good friend for a year and a half, and I miss our friendship. And whatever happened, and
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
You know what?
That's-
like I said, both of us were in the right. None of us were in the right. None of us were in the wrong. But that's how I see it, and he didn't see it that way, and here we are.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
sucked,
It's a bummer.
but-
At the end of the day,
It
it's just
does.
a bummer because he is, in fact, when acting in the way in which I think he wishes to act to his friends, is in fact a very nice person who I think has
Yeah.
done a lot for the community to help people. But I think that there are,
absolutely.
his own battles. We all, like we're all going through something. I'm an asshole half the time. I'm not an asshole the other half the time. So
Same
who am I-
here.
Yeah, who am I to I'm not. I don't want to condemn the dude. I don't want anything that we say to be like, oh man, he's irredeemably awful. All I'm saying is, I have that red hat and I'm keeping it, and he can go.
That's fine. Just
Oh,
keep the hat. You know what?
But
Just
wait,
keep
do you have
hat.
the shoes?
I have the Air D. Oh, which were
Oh
the
my
red
God.
shoes?
The electric?
No,
the
no, the
electric shoes.
DG shoes. That
I-
he's
I-
wearing.
he-
No, the DG shoes.
I also have. Yeah, he did send me his Air DGs, which I feel less good about having.
I'll take them.
No,
Send
you can go
them
to
me.
hell. The only issue with those shoes is they're too
I'll
big.
take them.
Mitchie.
They're
You-
so
you can
good.
still buy
Those
them if
are
you
quite
wanted to.
expensive. No, I don't want them. I knew that.
I won't buy it, but I'll take it off your hands if you're feeling guilty.
No.
The weight of guilt.
See, Mitchie is so nice. He would do that for you.
Yeah.
Adorable.
I'll help a friend out.
I
I want you to leave you with
legitimately,
any
if I ever
guilty
sell those for
feeling.
profit, though, I will send Dom half of it because like he bought those at when mana was like $3 to $5, and they are like 1,500 mana shoes. So
I didn't need the life story. I just said send it to me. I didn't need the background. I
the
just
second
needed
he
you.
sent me those, I opened a support ticket and I pinged Sauce. I usually say Sauce. That's the first time I've ever said it right. I pinged him and I was like, "Can we get these things trimmed down just a little bit?" And
Trim down.
well,
What
because
do you mean?
they're fucking huge to compare. Let me go put them
Oh,
on.
they're big ass shoes.
yeah, they're
But
like
that was
just,
the style.
They make
like,
you look, and then you pair those with the lifeguard
Are you
outfit,
wearing them right now?
and
Oh
then
my,
like
that's
big
hilarious.
shoes, big folds.
That was
That's
the style, though. Like, that was when they were designed. Like, at the time, that's how it's like kind of
No.
going back at L1s and being like, hey, they're so low poly, can you update them? You know what I mean? Like, this was the style back then. People wanted really big shoes. Like, Metazoo released
there are no
shoes,
shoes
everyone.
as big as these ones, man. I'm gonna let
And I
me
mean,
put
like,
on a.
even the face fashion ones that I used to do, they were a little bit more low poly because that was the style at the time. And they were just a little bit bigger because it was just like, that was like the style in this
Those
space.
face
Like,
fashion shoes. I'm going to send you into the chat right now a comparison photo because you'll just realize that comparing those face fashion shoes to these fucking elephant clown shoes.
I mean, I
is
didn't make them
absurd.
as big, but I feel like over time shoes have just got considerably smaller, and some are too small. You know what I mean? I think it's just kind of at the time people wanted really big shoes to kind of like, I don't know, show it off. You know what
These
I mean? Like
ones,
you wanted
right?
something to show up.
Yeah, the ones I'm
You
wearing.
know what
Yeah,
they say
those.
about men with big feet? So
Yeah.
it's okay.
Well, let me tell you about my size 13
Personalities.
feet, my perfectly average crime.
Big ass personality. That's what they
Yeah.
got.
They have
shoes.
big ass socks. Stiff
I was told
socks.
this was a family-friendly podcast.
Is it?
No.
Oh, I know.
No, and you
Yeah,
got-
we're very
on
family
Niche
friendly.
East
No.
handpicks will
if
pay
you're
you.
gonna have a family-friendly podcast, don't invite me.
Yeah, I was like, me, yeah.
Ooh.
YouMack and I are probably not the. Okay.
Sorry, I just sometimes can't control my mouth.
Did you
That's
make
That's nice. That sounds nice.
Zero to Hero shoes, Mishi?
I did, yeah.
Did you borrow some of those side panels from the face fashion regiment? I'm just kidding. They actually don't really look
No, I didn't. But actually, at the time, it was actually like he was like, "I need them in 40 minutes," and so I actually borrowed a shape that I've used in the past. And I said to him, "I was like, look, I'll do this, but I have to recycle a little bit of this kind of design I've done, just because I'm like, you can have something custom or you can have this." And so he was just like, oh, okay. And you know, this is just because there's a lot of hubbub about people being like, don't rescan, or else it looks different. But I'm like, I'm very transparent, and I was like, this was for a giveaway originally. So yeah, I was like, yeah, this is nice. If you're happy with this, I can give it to you 40 minutes. If not, then you just have to wait a week. And then he was like, oh, I just want something right now. So I was like, okay. So I gave him these, and I feel like, you know, I'm always kind of like, I don't like doing stuff like that, but he just needed it in 40 minutes. And look, like, you know, I'm like, okay, well, I can, but this is the cost. And so I feel like, yeah, I really like the shoes. But as I said, like, I did re-borrow one of my meshes just as like a shape, and then I kind of custom the texture to the shoe. But not the face fashion ones. The face fashion ones are very different. They were custom. Like, everything's custom usually, except for like stuff like that where they're like, I just need something right now.
The face fashion with the red glow.
Everything
The one-
at face fashion is custom, yeah. So you can tell the laces are different, the shape is different. On the electric ones, the shape is very different as well. Like, kind of, they remind me of like retro kind of skating shoes. You know, they are quite kind of square
Yeah.
in a way. Like, I tried to make them a little bit, the shape a little bit square and low poly. What were you gonna say, Joe? You're like,
Who? This is actually a huge bummer for me. I love the yellow face fashion hat, but it hides top of head stuff, and I don't think there's a goddamn good reason for that.
that was the curator at the time, so I think they said, can you hide? Because it has the electric halo. They said, I can
Whoever
hide.
asked you that is a fucking asshole, because that is ridiculous.
It
the
hides the
garbage
top of
they
what?
approve for Meteor
It
Miner
hides
head.
bullshit.
head.
The
Yeah,
Clifton
head.
garbage they will approve for fucking Joe from Wonder Zone, and they asked you to hide all top of head things. I can't have music note auras with my favorite hat. Ugh.
It is. very
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
hate when it overrides stuff. Like,
So dumb. So
I want
frustrating.
to
And
put on
again-
so much stuff.
At the time, I think I was one of the few people doing like unisex kind of hairstyles. Like, a lot of them were quite masculine. And so this one, I was like, oh, this is actually like very similar to Anthony Sim's hair, who is like the kind of founder of Face Fashion. And I was like, it kind of looks very godlike, you know, and very like zoo, so very like exciting, like kind of,
It's great.
and it's very unisex, you know what I mean? So I feel like for females who are skaters, or, you know, males that are skaters, it kind of works. And so that was at the time a very kind of, as I said, it was a very different time as well. Like, you have to remember there was like a few hundred things on the marketplace. And so I think some things are the way they are because that was kind of like of the time. It's like
That's
a really weird
how
thing.
it was. Like,
Yeah,
and things
exactly. Like,
evolved.
groundbreaking,
You
like-
didn't know at the time. Like when I did my wearable with Herodokai, it's like, we gotta hide it has to override everything. This, that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I wish it didn't. Because
Can't you?
I
You
wanna
can
be
go
able
into
to
edit that
pack-
though, can't you?
Can I? That would be awesome.
In the
if I
builder,
could.
can't you just go in and uncheck hide stuff and then like save it and resubmit it, or how does that work, Mish? You're the guy who should know.
You have to. Really, we don't encourage people changing. So lately, a lot of people have that attitude, like, oh, let's just change it, let's just update it. But unless there's a reason, like a solid reason, like it's not working in game or whatever, you shouldn't be changing it, because even though, yes, it's not good, well, because this is like what people have purchased, they've already spent money on it, and it's their product. For me to go in and change something quite a lot, and people are willing, like keep pushing it further and further. So again, it was like a kind of like, oh, it's fine. But now because people kind of take the piss a bit, and they just kind of like...
Is that a rule because of you, Mishi? Did you do something maybe recently that might have led to that becoming a thing?
No,
didn't you change this? Didn't you reskin a thing or something
No, I think that wasn't an issue. It was something else. So it's things where like people have hundred stock, or it's and the creators aren't transparent. It's where they've been like, hey, I released this last month, it didn't make any sales, I'm going to try again. And you're like, no, like people have bought a product. You can't just change it, even though it's like 5 or 10 people have purchased it. Yeah. You can't be like...
It's a learning lesson too, because I made the mistake of like...
That makes sense.
I'm gonna put it on sale, and then I saw somebody on Twitter. I don't remember who it was months ago, saying like, not against mine, but against somebody else. Like they put it out for this much, then lowered it or raised it, and they're like, that's not cool. And then I was like, holy shit, yeah, that really isn't cool.
I don't agree with that entirely, but I do agree that there's like merit to the argument. It's not cool, but like people buy things that go on sale, like clothes all the time. Like I'm not convinced that's a legitimate argument. Just because it's like
I know, but I do. I was like, I wish I hadn't did a sale thing, and I looked back and I was like, oh, yeah, that's kind of...
Again, it was a different time. Like things have changed
a
lot. Like,
you learn.
You learn. Kind of like so even.
And plus, like mana price goes up and down, so you have to.
Yeah,
no one's buying my shit anyway right now, so I don't have to worry about it. But
well, and that's the other thing though, is like if the DAO was going to tie minting to USD value, like is it really unethical for an artist or creator to like change their price to match the same? Because like I don't think there's a legitimate argument to say they shouldn't be allowed to if the DAO is allowed to change the cost to submit.
Well, and I'm talking about like if somebody sells it for like. Puts it out on the marketplace for like 50 mana, and then a couple people buy it, and then they drop it down to 10. Like that's fucked up.
That's super fucked up. I agree with that.
Yeah, because it's like, what the hell? Like I supported you in the beginning, but
Well, yeah, no, and then I got sent some screenshots. I guess there's some creator group chat, which I'm sure Mishi's probably in. If he's not, that's my bad for spilling the beans. But like Gold Guy used to be in it, and there was just this like someone was like marketing things as like 0 cost, but then like changing the price like last second to like 10 mana, and I guess Gold Guy just was willing to die on the hill. Not Gold Guy. I apologize. I get the people I have beefs with confused. Candy Girl. Candy Girl. That's who we're talking about. Not Gold Guy. He's a scumbag for other reasons. Candy Girl was willing to die on the hill of like, what do you mean? Like, this isn't scummy. And then also like just randomly brought up China into the argument, which just seemed very, as the person warning of it, xenophobic.
I can talk to that as well, because I worked on that and I talked to people that were complaining. So I was like, at first I didn't understand what was going on. So I was like, how are they changing the price if you have to sign 2 or 3 times to get the product? And so what the person was doing, which isn't, I think it's more of an ethical and morality thing as a product owner, is they were trying to take advantage of people that farm free wearables. So usually to farm a free wearable, to get something for 0 cost in the marketplace, anything below 1 mana, I think you have to pay Matic instead of paying like mana. So people were just signing yep. But then they would change the price, and so these people who were farming 5-10 pieces had to pay 3 mana, and then they were like, or like 10 mana, you know what I mean? And so that person was jumping between 3, 10, and 0, and so people, when it was at 0, people would see it and then jump in and try and mint 100 in like minutes. And then they'll get scammed because then it flips while they're mid trying to farm, and then they're like, and so it's kind of like that person was taking advantage of a kind of like a kind of.
It's probably like that person's probably taking advantage of bots, if anything. Like,
yeah,
I almost don't actually disagree with that person's like. I agree that can't be a thing that's allowed to happen, because if one innocent person who's new to the space gets like rugged like that, it's super not cool. But like, I like the idea of a person finding out a way to like abuse the bots, because like I think botters ruin fucking everything about Decentraland. Like you can't get a app, or you can't get like 5 wearable.
like at the time I was like I didn't understand. As I said, like I was like, how did they change the price while you were purchasing it? And that's what I mean. They showed me a screenshot and it was like 5 or 6 in their backpack, and then the last one they would charge 50. And I was like, well, you've minted 10 of that. Like, you should be a bit more careful. But at the same time, I think anyone being dishonest, it's not acceptable. You know what I mean? Like, regardless of if they're taking advantage of any minority or any kind of group, whatever it is, like, you know, hope hunters or wearable hunters, whatever, you can't, like, they're purposely, they have the intent of being dishonest, which is bad.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? To make a profit.
Well, like, POAP hunters and free wearable hunters are, like, the worst. They're just the, like, cancer to the community.
The POAP hunters,
they aren't, because like they're not part of the community. They're just there to extract value and like flip shit on the marketplace.
But the intent, you know what I mean? The intent of, hey, I'm going to be dishonest and take advantage.
Yeah. No. I mean, I agree that person was wrong, and the community banding together to stop them from doing that is the correct action. I'm just saying, if the only person punished were botters, I like the idea.
Yeah, because it sucks when, like, I design and distribute POAPs, and it sucks when they're all just taken away and by bots who aren't even enjoying the event. And it's like, especially when we did parkours and stuff, like, those need to be for the people who finish the parkour. And then somehow they would just get them, and it's like, damn it, I had 1,000 and like 500 went in like 1 second. How is that possible? I'm pretty sure 500 people didn't finish the parkour in 1 second.
But I think as a curator, I just always want to do the ethically right thing. You know what I mean? Like, as a creator, I'm like, screw those people. Like, you signed this and you had a bot signing on your behalf, you weren't checking, and they took advantage of that. But as a curator, I'm like, you know, integrally, this person has done something of ill intent, and they've purposely tried to scam a group of people regardless of if it's right or wrong. You know what I mean? I think it's just the intent of the action. So as I said, originally I thought it was a mistake. You know, as we said, like, maybe because some people accidentally post things for free on the marketplace, and then they're like, oh shit, and then they quickly flip it to the actual price it's meant to be because they don't realize it gets posted straight away into the marketplace. And that's happened to a few NFT projects. I've seen it happen a couple of times, and I thought it could have been just a case like that, but then, you know, I saw what they were doing, and it wasn't. They were purposely just flipping the price around. But again, like, you have to sign 3 times, so it's a bit tricky to kind of fall into that trap, unless you're trying to farm a free wearable and get like 10 at a time.
Yeah. The person who currently has 85 of Doki's free sparkles in my backpack, I do feel slightly hypocritical, you know, suggesting that those people should be punished.
Wait, you got them? You
Yeah,
went and got 10 of them?
No, at the market. Well, no, because Doki in the marketplace, she has like a common that at one point when I was streaming, she had said in chat she was gonna like take it off the market at the end of Pride. So I was like, I gotta get 100 of these bad boys because these are dope. Just as a thing to give away in the future, you know, as a giveaway material, because like it's a great wearable. It looks good, and like I think it would be a good like first wearable per person. But then she's since told me that she's just gonna leave them there. So I was like, oh well, damn. I guess I just link people.
You were Larry.
No. So now I have 85.
Does anybody remember the Larry debacle with the MetaZoo glow caps, like back in the day? And
I think
good old-fashioned glow cap.
It was actually last year at this time. It was in the Pride month wardrobe.
Glow cap everywhere.
Yeah, and something happened, and like he got like 100 of them or whatever, and everyone, he was like, well, I knew there was a glitch, so I was just trying to do it so other people wouldn't take advantage of it. And then everyone's like, well, you took advantage of it.
Yeah.
So what? Yeah.
That's not good. That's a good lie to tell yourself when you're about to do something scummy. Yeah, you know, like for example, if I don't in Dice Master, somebody else will.
And then he went into like Wonder Zone and was like trying to. I don't know if this is true, but he was like trying to sell them or get rid of them or something, or Ice Poker, or whatever, or the casino or Wonder Zone. Green Thumb and Nicole would know more about it because that was back when 100 Rainbows had like that watermelon chat.
I think it's very representative of the time and how the space has changed so much as well. So even then, you know, back then, someone spamming a free giveaway and getting 100 and then trying to sell it afterwards, the community kind of banding together and saying like, hey, why are you doing that? That's dishonest. Or hey, you should have shared that with other people. That was a free wearable. And I think now it's harder to do because, as I said, like someone will just come in, take 100 probes, take 1,000 probes, whatever, take 100
I
wearables.
got so much pushback yesterday from like, because like a bunch of people had all 3 emotes, and it's like, and they didn't pay for them. They were more than like Roach Killer. There's a bunch of people either way, and they're like, oh no, like I didn't use multiple accounts to do it. Like as far as I'm concerned, that's unethical. Like if you like that's stealing from the community. Like there's a limited supply of something. There's 150 of them are given out every 12 hours. And you came in and now you have all 3 emotes, like, and I had to go to the store and buy all 3.
I got duplicate things on the same account.
I don't know, but did you use all 3 accounts to get them?
What?
Stop stealing.
What?
No,
You're a thief.
No.
as long as you didn't like make another account to do it, I don't think it's ethically unquestionable.
Never.
No,
I just think that anyone who like.
But then
That would be
I know
wrong.
someone they tried to get even some of the basic wearables and they couldn't, and so they actually jumped between accounts until they got something, and then it's not until the 4th account that they were able to get even 1% of claim space, and so they were like, oh, it's kind of shit, but I was able to get one on the 4th account.
3 accounts get. They didn't get anything. They must have gotten something.
No, they said they didn't get, because even I had issues, so I couldn't claim much. I claimed 1 or 2 from one of the claim spots, but everything else was coming up with an error, so I couldn't. It's
Did
just very
anybody get
glitchy.
anything from that white box?
No, I didn't even see the white box. I saw people posting the white box, but I didn't even see it. I didn't even get it. What did you get from it? And multiple. You said you have duplicates.
Nothing. Like
You
it
got-
just kept saying unable to validate address, blah blah blah, and
And so
everybody else that I talked to couldn't get it either. I don't think I've heard from one
I just
person
feel like
who got
everyone's
it.
a bit harsh. Like, we need to just not. We don't know everyone's situation. Some people don't even know. They don't understand. Oh, this isn't or okay in this space, because in other spaces it's okay. Like you can, people do it in other NFT spaces. They get multiple claims and stuff.
Yeah, but that's so like that. The like crypto bro buy to flip mentality is what's going to kill the NFT communities from like ever like reaching mainstream popularity. Like this whole like mint things to sell, like for the sole purpose of selling to someone else is like
Well,
all you're doing is
that's-
giving someone their first entry into the space at a huge loss.
You're not gonna
I'm
get
just-
rid of like shady shit.
Yeah, of course not. But I can shame the fuck out
anywhere.
of anyone in my circle who's doing it.
Yeah. Well,
But I'm
yeah,
also
but
like, I don't
but I
think
mean,
shaming is the right method. I think
Utopia is
education
like
you know, you educate people who don't know. If they don't know, if they are doing something wrong, you educate them. So you say, hey, that's not the right thing to do. Like, I would recommend you don't do that in future. And if they ignore your, like, I mean, I'm not saying, like, even tell them. Like, we are in no place to talk down to people and be like, that's not right, that's wrong. It's more about, like, hey, actually, I feel like...
I disagree. I think we're in a fine place to do that.
No, like, we're not above or below anybody. We should be really just... We're on an equal level with everybody. We should be educating and teaching them, like, hey, this isn't the best place. Or, you know, the metaverse is so new and the Web3 is so new. These
and
etiquettes
we're
don't
all
exist
here
yet.
together. I mean, we're all kind of on the same wavelength. I mean,
Yeah.
we're all different, but then we're all kind of the same because, like,
I get what
going
Misha's
into
saying.
real life, nobody freaking knows the metaverse. They look at me. They still look at me
Yeah,
like
exactly.
I'm a freaking
Yeah,
weirdo.
it's so new, and even that's
It
with
is
IP,
crazy. Like
that's
even
with other
crypto
stuff.
people don't like. They're like, what? What's Decentraland?
yeah.
and
A lot,
like,
like 99% of people do not know what the hell it is, and
Well, and that's why
I given
the
up
prices are
trying to
ridiculous.
explain.
The prices for land in Decentraland are unjustifiable. It's an absolutely unjustifiable.
Well,
price
right
to
now,
yeah, ever at
Yeah.
any point since I've joined Decentraland, the prices for land have been undefendable.
well then get it
People who own
now.
it don't do anything with it. It's ridiculous.
Get it now.
What is the price? I mean, I guess like it's still like $4,000 a plot, isn't it? That's not justifiable. There, in my opinion, that's not a
well,
defendable.
what?
It's
then
an
what
investment,
metaverse
I
is-
think, but you know, don't
what-
take
like,
it from
I
me.
mean, and just as a curiosity, like, so I was actually looking at this the other day, and I was like, okay, so there's currently land at Decentraland, which is about 2.8 ETH, and then you can go other side, which is 2.2 ETH, something like this, maybe 2.8. And then you have Sandbox. I think Sandbox is like 1.8, something like this. Like, it's quite a high up. I actually need to double check that. So anyone in this stream be like, oh my god, bitches, that look like that.
They're all
Then
over.
you also, for 2 ETH, you could also get like a couple others. I was going through the list and finding out like land prices. You could get a loot box, a space from Artifact. So that's 0.8 now. It's gone down from 1.5 ETH to 0.8. And that's going to be for their digital metaverse, which is Nike's. So it's kind of like, and also I think Puma is looking to release a metaverse, and that's I think a 0.5 entry point at the moment. So
you'll have to do a hell of a lot
like,
less work to make your land usable in those spaces.
yeah, and it's like, well, then how much? Well, I didn't even. So I think that's even interesting if people are buying in on, like, let's say even like I don't know, the Bored Apes land. You know, you're spending 2.2, oh no, 2 ETH on an illustration. You don't even know what the platform looks like. You don't even know if the platform's going to be developed. You don't even know when it's going to be. It's such a guess.
Yeah,
I think in real life, if I said to you on the Nintendo store, like, hey, here's a game for $80, can you buy this? But you know preview of what the game is, know nothing, and just an illustration like a banner, people would be way more skeptical. Like, I'm not spending $80 on a game that doesn't exist. But then in this space, these people are spending $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 on platforms that don't even exist, and you don't even know anything about the developer. You don't know what platform it's going to be available on. You know nothing about it, and so I think that's every. I think at least Decentraland, we can use the land. If you bought the land, I can actually use it. Whereas if I buy other world land or whatever it is, like all these other lands, even Sandbox, I think it's limited use. You can still use it, but I think it's not as
I know
useful.
Blazing Zoomer's doing stuff on Sandbox or Mizo. I know that. So, but yeah, I don't actually
Snoop
know.
Doggy Dog. Snoop Dogg is in Sandbox. Adidas. I don't know. So it's just kind of like, I think there's a lot of land at the moment. Even like Solana's released their platform, the Cardano land. All this stuff. It's kind of like, if we look at how much Decentraland land is worth and how much every land is worth, it's kind of like, how can you justify any of these lands?
Well, I object to the idea that any of the land should be limited. It's absurd that we thought, you know what, like, let's make a digital space to, like, but you know what we should do? Give it the exact same limitations as reality. Like, that's ridiculous. There's literally no reason that the land should be scarce except for server space. So if a person is willing to, like, pay enough for the server cost, which I don't think Decentraland is, like, they're not serving you a reoccurring fee. So, like, there should be anyone who wants land should be like, I had an idea last night, actually. It's like some kind of outskirts where, like, you can't teleport. You can teleport to the edge of the existing map, and then there's new land you could buy, but you would have to, like, people would have to, like, the trains would actually have to be used if you wanted to live, like, something to, like, add real estate so that people who, weren't here early and got to buy it for $5 could, have something.
But that's what
you mean other than
value the space. Like, if you have like free land or all this stuff, then people will be like, "Oh, my land is worthless now."
Well, no, because you can't. That's why the teleporting factor. Because, like, I already, it irritates me that people want to pretend that there's any land with, like, a premium value based on location. So, like, at least then there's actually like an outskirts where it's like, okay, like, listen, and then they can even make it harder. Like, maybe there's like a fucking 10-minute walk you have to schlep through this space to get to your.
Yeah, I never understood why. It's like, I want land next to a road, which the only reason I understood that was because, like, somebody couldn't build right next to your
in front of you.
Oh, great! But
and like cover your
put a
stuff.
fucking billboard there,
So, like,
or
you can
fucking
just
meta marketing could just ruin your view like a fucking prick.
Yeah,
you know what?
I hate that bullshit.
I actually really like land location, so I really want like a piece of land near Dragon City, like, and especially there's like an area of Dragon City with a different scene set up. So instead of it being grass and stuff, it's a lot of bamboo and like. So I'm like, oh, if I'm to make an izakaya, I want it to be next to the bamboo plots, because even though they're all empty, it's all bamboo. Like, it's really
what
nice.
are the quads?
Like, it's kind of bamboo.
Where is that?
I'd have to find it. So if you go to Dragon City, it's on the bottom right. It's on the bottom right of the district, and then there's a lot of so instead of it being normal grass, it's like a.
It's like around 62 negatives. Oh, Dragon City is 98 negative 89.
And then close to Dragon City is like a lot of really key kind of things, and it's very far to the right of the map. So actually, as you said, Jarod, it kind of like ends. So originally they were going to install like a beach or something on all these kind of map ends, but then they never did. So people who did invest on these kind of edges were excited because they're like, it's the end of the map, and that's where the ocean starts, and then the ocean never came.
Oh.
So
There's going to be an ocean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why people like these were
Kinda
like
meant
to be more
boxes.
premium locations.
Okay, I've just discovered the most devastating news. 6969 is in the Soho Plaza, so I probably can't I can't ever own that. Where is negative 6969? Let's find you, my.
I think it's in one of the Genesis
Does
plazas,
anyone
maybe?
know about this? It's
Asian Plaza,
DCL
it looks
University.
I've seen that.
What is
yeah.
this?
Pricks. Oh, they're literally all in plazas. This is the most unjust thing that I've ever learned, because I only decided I wanted to try to snipe one of these last night. I was like, oh my god, that would be hilarious. Why don't I do that? And they're both like in Vegas Plaza has that. Oh, that's whack. That's so whack.
But this is also
Good night,
like going into
Putra,
argument.
Damas. Enjoy your dinner.
Bye. It was nice meeting you yesterday.
Bye,
Thanks for joining.
Putra.
That
Dance for 3.1. I paid way more than that yesterday. I was so impatient. What an asshole I am.
Oh.
Oh, this is so heartbreaking. Also, Vegas Plaza, it could be better.
was Vegas Plaza the one that was supposed to be like risque.
No,
Yeah,
it's
District
like
X.
really cartoony and has like the cars driving around in a circle, and like it has like the pyramid. I don't know. It's fine.
Yeah, there was one that was
you
supposed to be.
go-
Maybe it was the whole casino district that was supposed to be like risque and stuff. Maybe I could find something in there and.
Nay,
Do-
if you
do
click on
my-
the bottom right corner of Dragon City, you'll see like the bamboo. Because I know that whole bottom right hand side of Dragon City is like the bamboo kind of like scenery, and it's
Beside the. Okay, let me try.
And then that's actually it's like the far right bottom right corner. And so I always look at
Oh my
plots
God,
around
look
that
at
area because
this.
I know.
Even
It's
this is
like, I
so
need to
pretty.
open- I just feel like Dragon City District is.
Even
nice.
this is
I
so
just feel-
pretty.
Yeah, I love the trees.
Oh, I love these.
Yeah,
Are you talking
Sorry.
about these, Machi?
yeah. It looks so nice.
Beauty.
You know what I mean? So I'm like,
Wow.
if I had an izakaya connected to some of these, and some people have like a lot more Oriental style design. So I'm like, oh, if I had like an izakaya around this area, I'd be so happy.
Yeah.
It,
Are you
it
sure
looks
you're
a lot
not
more
supposed to
realistic.
say that?
Are those mushrooms? They look like.
Yeah,
Horns.
mushrooms. It's just a different scenery to the trees and like the repeating. So I think in a lot of the other districts, it's literally just the same scenery. But
Yeah.
in Dragon City, it looks like they've put a little bit of effort and they've broken up the scenery. So there's some kind of more desert areas, and then there's some kind of bamboo areas. There's some, so they've all got like a different kind of style. So I'm just like, oh, I really love this kind of area. So that's why I'm like, you know what? I feel like there are some prime property things, but not the ones that people say is prime. You know what I mean? I think it's the ones that I think give value to us as users. And so for me, for me, it might be valuable, but for Jarod, it might not. You know what I mean? Or for Jarod, you might need something close to the edge of the scenery. So there's literally nothing across the road, like billboards and stuff, because you want something that stands out, you know?
Fucking hate it. It's just rude. Like, fuck you, meta marketing. I'm pretty sure that's alpha, and I think that person is absolutely the most disingenuous person in Decentraland. Not the worst person, most disingenuous. Man, can we stop putting everything cool in the earring slot? Like, could we maybe consider that for half a second, though? Like
Like
God.
what? What's a
Like this
Oh,
katana
okay.
in the store. I'm just looking at like literally fucking everything is an earring, and it's ridiculous.
Like
Like
what?
if it's not like swords, things above your head, anything, you're like, I don't know where to put it. It's a cup in my
Yeah,
hand.
everything.
It's an earring. Like fuck off. Like I can't wear half
This
the cool
stuff
shit.
is
Like
in the earring
Endo's
slot.
ring. Endo's
Yeah.
ring.
Every ring. Anyone with a ring
like
is
I
an
can't
earring.
wear it.
Yeah.
It's stupid. It's
Like,
ridiculous.
like,
At
it
least
looks
we
so
wear
pretty,
8 earrings at a time then.
But
There's
have
no
you
hand
guys seen
category.
Endo's ring?
I have. It's similar to one DC. I got minted as a ice wear, well, not ice wearable, but an ice accessory.
Do you have it on right
And so
now?
I do a lot
So
of
pretty.
I do a lot of my pets and stuff. Anything in hand cat, I do as earring, and anything like backpack and stuff like that, I do as tiara, because you get. It's just because it's how it's because how it was originally set up and how it's always been done, and then 2 because just consistency. So I know a lot of people have earring as hand cat. So if you were looking for something for hand category, it's not going to be too far fetched for you to be like, okay, my watch is on earring. I'm going to swap my watch with a star.
Why aren't there
Or
just
my
more
watch-
fucking categories? It's ridiculous.
It's-
Why isn't there a
Yeah.
hand category, Mishi? Let me
It does,
hold
I
it.
mean, yeah, I'm not. Look, I'm not a. dev.
I mean,
can
I'm
just say
pretty
what I-
sure that I'm
you know
sure
what I
they're
mean? Like,
working on it. Like, I
yeah,
mean,
I think the devs are
like in the
working.
beginning there
Last
was
result, I'm sure.
nothing. What?
I just said this is Lastrom's fault, I'm sure of it, but that was just, 'cause that was the only person whose name I could think of.
You just want to blame it on. It's their fault.
Stop
I mean, I
playing
do
the
think
blame
that
game.
flying chair is dumb, but that has to be an
Well-
IP violation.
Which one? The flying chair?
He tweeted some bullshit with the like, it's the fucking chair from Wall-E. It's the fucking fat ass and the little floating
Oh,
chair. That has
Yeah,
to be an
just-
IP violation. That
I
has to.
was like, you can release any smart wearable in the whole universe, and it had to be a self-portrait of me. Why did he do that? Why did he make?
You feeling fat right now, Mishi? You're looking
I
great.
know. I feel. That's how I feel when I'm playing literally like I don't know.
Yeah,
flying
I don't know.
around.
I guess it's supposed to be funny. It's like, why are we self-fulfilling this prophecy? Like, why is that the way we want to lead into the new world? Is like, look at the world we're making. It's going to make us fat slobs who suck. It's like, why not wings? There was a whole year of wings. Why not be like, hey guys, finally wings that fly? Nope.
You want more wings?
I have to jump off. Actually, I'm sorry, everyone, but thank you so much for having me, Ney. I really
It was lovely.
and please feel free to invite me anytime, and I'm happy to come and chat.
Yeah, that would be
Yay,
great. That
Miss
would be great.
Michi.
Hi, Mishi.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Enjoy your day.
Love you.
Bye. I'm gonna go click this. Well, now
So
that
I need to start playing poker because I lost. My delegate hasn't played in a couple weeks, and I've lost all
should.
that time.
that's annoying.
It is, and I would play, and I'm not good, but at least I would get the experience points. But I just like 3 times today. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna jump in, and then like scroll, I get distracted.
I hear you. Absolutely, it's easy to. Especially,
Jared, do you want to be my delegate?
I cannot. I have to play on my own item. Sadly.
Come on, Ney.
I wish I could.
I got a level 5 jacket and a level 1 mask.
You have a level 5. You can play in Diamond Hand City, and it's like a little bit. You have like a better chance of like getting a casual game with people who aren't just gonna try to like screw you.
Even if I just have 1 level 5?
Yeah. You just have to be
Ah.
wearing it and equipped, and you can play in there.
Okay, because I'm gonna have to start doing that. Like I called into work today, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be productive and do this and that. And then I woke up at like 1, and then didn't do shit. Well, I did do one thing. I got the movie thing going for
Saturday.
Endomac for next Saturday.
So it will happen every Saturday now.
That's our plan. That's our plan. Yes, and I already got the movie set up.
Is it a
And-
surprise? Like, is it a secret? Which movie it's
No,
going to
no,
be?
because it's actually on the events page. It's gonna. We have played it before a long time ago at Altcoin Radio Place. It's a Christmas one. It's here. It's Santa Claus does something with Martians.
Oh,
It is. Hold on. It's on the events page already. Okay, Santa Claus conquers the Martians. Because I'm just looking for like copyright-free movies.
that sounds wild. Wait, let me Google that.
It's really stupid and horrible, and we just go and make fun of it, and that's it's like
man,
that Mystery Science Theater 3000 type of thing.
Some
seems
king
like
of
that's
Mars kidnaps Santa Claus from the North Pole. Whoa, in an attempt to bring Martian children happiness. That sounds like a fun movie. I think
It's a nice thing of them to do, at least.
We'd
At least they're
join.
trying.
Yeah, it's just everyone just makes fun of the whole thing, and that's
Yeah,
the movie isn't the thing. It's the commentary in the chat.
definitely.
And like Ruston's there, and he's super funny. Endo makes funny comments. Nicole makes everybody. Bacon Grease
I don't know. That
makes
person.
funny comments. Everybody just like we just make fun of like the outfits and the whole movie, and it's a good time. Santa and Martians, and 2 little dumb kids that are like, but I don't want to give away too much.
Yeah,
So,
let's know.
so you gotta come.
We'd come.
Well, you said Friday,
Yeah.
right? I'll do it.
Saturday.
I'm down.
Saturday, I
Okay.
think I put it at because I'm trying to juggle Cromulin and Endomac movie night. So the time may change, but I'm trying to do the movie nights a little earlier because Endo's in the UK, so I don't want to be too late. And Cromulon is in Pacific in your time zone, Jared. So I could do that. I was thinking could do that a little bit later, but we're gonna have a meeting, so we'll see. Because at Cromulon we on board a lot of different musicians, and I think we have Lucid Vision coming in. We were gonna do it this past Saturday, but when there's huge events like Pride, it's sometimes we'll just skip it because a lot of people will be attending, the larger events and stuff. So
the Pride and Pride related after parties.
Yeah.
Well, I just saw an announcement in Dice Masters that of the mythic wearables that I was showing off earlier now have utility, so I'm gonna have to go and check out.
Oh, the one you were wearing right now, right?
Yeah, because that was a. So now I have to go see how much more power I have.
There's so many fun, that's why I just want to stay home.
You have
like
to leave the
have
hotels. You have.
I have to leave that.
Yeah.
Oh, newsflash! I did. So I went and texted the sign company owner today, and I said, just following up. So I may go back there. We're gonna talk on Wednesday, so because I can't stay at the courthouse. I can't do it. I can't. I have to.
Trust me.
It's mentally exhausting, and then I'm there. Like I wake up at 6 a.m. and I don't get home till 6 p.m. and it's just
what 12 hours?
Yeah.
No way. You
just
cannot do
sitting there.
No.
Yeah, and at least at the sign shop, it's 15 minutes away, and I can come home for lunch, and I can also play on the computer at work, which I mean,
yes.
it's I'm not playing on the computer, but when you go to the courthouse, it's a government computer, and they monitor everything.
You cannot take your own. You can take your Aces.
I was thinking of that because my friend that works there, she had a little computer and a little laptop, and I was like, hey, because she's in the back now.
Is this
she
allowed?
got promoted. Yeah, I'm like, hey, you got your. And she goes, no, they gave this to me so I can go out front in the lobby and help people. I'm like,
you can
just
sneak
how it screams?
And you can tell, they gave it. They gave it to me. And
yeah, they gave it to me, and I'm researching Metaverse, so go away.
I'm working right now.
Yeah, and my mouth, when people come in and they're I also intake small claims, and they're all mad because I'm like, well, I didn't fucking do it. Don't yell at me. This is your problem.
Just give
so
them.
My mouth gets me in trouble.
Just twerk. Just use this twerk emote on them. If they say something.
It's loud. You know how the laptops are the fan is screaming. Just look the other way, everybody. Leave me be.
Oh no, I love it. How long is the notice period? Is it 2 weeks notice?
Usually, yeah.
Oh, but no, that's the worst, right? 2 weeks notice is the most painful time of your life.
But kind of also it's good because you know that you're leaving.
Yeah.
So you don't care as much.
But then the fact that you have to be there even though you're leaving.
But it's going to end, so it's better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's I agree with that. You're not because it's when you're just is this my life forever that the existential dread really just sinks in.
But I regretted it once. I regretted leaving a job once during that period, and I was like, oh no, that was bad. But then when it finally
what kind of job? What job did you?
So I was a software engineer at Citibank before this. So
and you left
it? The last job you left, you're I greatly regret the choices I've made to get here.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But I'm having a good time at Wilderness now. so it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, you're like,
Good. Hell yeah.
No more regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets.
We're vibing, Jared.
I love the way you say it. Never say it a different way.
Yeah. I say it with a W. Did you notice it, Mac?
I did.
We
yes.
vibing.
You guys typed
Vibing.
it.
Oh yeah. Oh
Vibing.
yeah.
You're
I typed it.
vibing
Oh, I broke it.
Vibing.
Vibing.
What nationality are you, if you don't mind? You don't have to say if I'm overstepping.
No, I'm
I
from
love your-
India.
He's from India.
India, okay. I love your accent.
Oh my god. Thank you.
You have a soothing voice.
Thank you.
It's very soothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Works well for
Yeah, I mean-
podcast, right?
How many languages?
Oh
do you-
wait, let's
What?
go. Sorry.
I'm just here. How many languages do you speak, Nea? I only speak one, so it's always impressive to me that people who can speak multiple, and I just assume you can
Oh.
speak more than one.
I
since
speak
you
3.
3?
Yeah.
Nice.
Like I can read
Okay.
and write 3.
Okay, that is.
What are they?
It's Hindi, it's Punjabi, and English, of course. I mean, I'm learning. I'm trying to be as good in it.
I mean,
Well, you're awesome.
it's.
Oh.
I love. Like, it always makes me feel so embarrassed for myself when like a person as smart as you who like speaks 3 languages is like.
Yeah,
And like your English is fucking
Or
flawless.
they apologize for their English, and I'm like,
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like, I'm
I keep
trying
doing
my
that
best,
on
and
my
I'm like,
your
streams.
English is better than mine.
Like, I understand every word you
And
said
never
perfectly.
apologize.
Yeah, I'm like
Ever.
sorry.
Yeah.
It's so much
Exactly,
for
like,
No,
language.
don't ever
You're like,
apologize.
I can't think of that one
Just
word,
tell
and then
that
you'll use like an even
person-
bigger word.
Like, try to speak, my language or whatever. Never
Oh.
apologize. Like, at work, yo hablo un poquito, solamente un poquito español, and I want to learn. I want to be able to speak it more because there's so many people that I could help that speak Spanish when they come in, and I don't know why the forms aren't in English and Spanish. It's like some are and some aren't, and it's just a fact of life here in the U.S. Like in the southern states, everything should be Spanish and English, and then in the northern, as you get towards Canada, then it should be swapped. Well, especially the northeast.
Yes, I
should
only
be,
knew
like,
England or
French.
especially Montreal. Yeah, anywhere near Montreal, I agree. Yeah.
Mm,
So
And-
officially, it's English everywhere. How is it?
yeah.
Well, did you know before World War II, there was like a crazy amount of like German was really commonly spoken in like
Oh, of
the
course.
Pennsylvania Midwest area, but then like once World War II rolled up, they're just like, yeah, we're leaving the German behind. We're good Americans,
English.
guys. Leave us alone. We're with you. Please. And
Yeah,
they
there's in Florida. There is a lot. There's space, like different towns that, like, there's a lot of Quebecois on the east coast of Florida, kind of
really?
north of Miami,
I would not have
near
guessed that.
Hollywood. Quebecois from Quebec, so they speak a lot of French there.
Okay, the French Canadians, right?
Probably,
Which
Yes.
are the most universally hated people in Canada. Did you know that? Like, Canadians tend to just be so very vitriolic about the French Canadians. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know that.
And I mean, I only think
Right
it's funny
on.
in like an ironic sense, just because it's like such a because like Canada's so homogenous. Like the only thing that they can like hate each other for is like, you guys speak French, fuck you. And it's like, okay, it's like,
Oh yeah, like because they're so nice. Like
I've heard that
Canadians
they're
are
super
always-
nice and super polite, and they just keep saying
Yeah.
sorry and thank you. And
well, yeah, well,
please.
Montreal,
Sorry.
yeah, but they like Montreal just has like the like. Have you ever like Paris has that reputation where like Parisians are all like snooty dicks.
yeah.
Like, I think
Paris.
Montreal has that
Yeah,
kind of.
Sacre bleu.
Oh.
Coulez-vous? Sorry for any. Je parle un petit de français aussi.
Mariana in
Oh
the
my
chat.
God, that sounded so hot.
Mariana.
Oh, that sounded so hot. Hi.
Hmm.
Hi, Mariana.
There's a lot of Canadians in
You
the
want to join
DCL later in
Oh.
space.
Yeah, Mariana, join.
You'd like to join in? I think she just got
Bonjour.
off stream. Invite me. Okay. Let
Oh, is
me
it Monday?
do-
Hey.
I think she
Did I
was
miss another
streaming.
Mariana stream?
Nay,
You invited me on to be direct competition with Mariana.
What?
get out.
That's not allowed.
I mean, it's just feels, it seems wrong.
Does it?
Your best friend, I believe we were talking about yesterday. Okay, hold on. We gotta add her to this chat. Okay, Mariana, you're in the
you
chat.
did it
Now hit the
already?
call button on the top.
Okay. Let me try to get back the window. Hey! I
What's
missed
a part? We
you.
got YouMack. Hey, YouMack.
I missed you.
We have the
Love
three
ya.
most popular people in Decentraland and me.
Oh, I think you're pretty popular.
I'm pretty sure you're the most popular.
Yeah.
Jared.
Yes.
The people who like me like me a lot, but like I think you three are pretty. No one generally doesn't like you. Like no one's out there bad mouthing any of the three of you like actively. At least if I and like if,
I don't know.
well, no,
I'm
no, I
really
chose the word
new.
actively. I chose the word actively, YouMack, specifically, because I know you have a few detractors, and I mean I know we're all flawed, but like I think that your intentions are good and you're kind. You've always been kind to me, and I think you're always doing your best. And so yeah,
I try. Mm.
and I mean everyone loves you. So and you're connected everywhere. You're in the last slice. You're good with you've got no major feuds.
I just think, ever since I jumped into the world, like Kevin on Earth was always nice to me and made me feel welcome. And it was just like a welcoming space, and I wanted to pass that on. And so anytime I'm anywhere and I see, you'll notice people jumping in, like when I have events, people jumping in or being there, and maybe, it's kind of awkward when you're new and you don't know anybody, and then somebody says hello to you and it makes you feel good. So I always try to like reach out to that person and be like, hey,
I hate the chat like design in Decentraland. I think it's just so hard to have like interesting conversations or like they're like good ones that are on track. Cause like you can't reply to people. Like it's like you can't really have like a type. Like you should be able to like make sub chats within it to be like, hey, this chat is just this corner of the space.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. And they used to have Whisper where you can chat to just that one person.
Yeah,
I know they updated the
too?
friends thing.
Yeah, the friends has never quite worked in DCL. I mean, and it is obviously like it's still so new.
Oh, yeah, it's very buggy, but I think it's still better than before.
Yeah, definitely.
I
When you could teleport to your friend's location, like jumping where they're at. I think they're just. It's work. I'm sure they're
Everything is in
constantly
works.
working on it.
Yeah, development takes time, but yeah.
So
Part of the issue is
Mariana,
that, like, none of us have any concept of like how big a team is actively working on it because they're like kind of hidden and mysterious in some back Discord
yeah.
channels. So like it's just like, is it like 6 dudes or is it like 60 dudes? And let's be fair, it's probably almost certainly 95% dudes.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
Yeah, it's like they're trying to do
not to
something.
disrespect you, Ney, but I mean, I imagine at your engineering school it was you and then a bunch of nerdy guys.
There were like 800 guys and 15 girls, something like
Nea
that.
went from like I can just picture like a movie transformation where Nea went from like shy, nerdy high school girl who like dressed in baggy shirts to like just feeling like the hottest person on the planet as she went to the college.
Oh my god, how did you know
the
that?
Tomb Raider.
I was such a nerdy kid. Like I was the valedictorian and shiz. And then in college I was like, oops, not studying anymore. But
You're like, yeah, I mean, with like all that
did you guess
testosterone
that?
staring you down. You had said things yesterday that I didn't think you
Oops,
Whoa.
sorry.
Like, oops.
Sorry, not sorry.
It seems like it's worked out, you
The old Neha isn't coming to the phone right
broke
now.
some hearts, broke some code. You're doing fine.
Let's hope.
Yeah. So you were the valedictorian. Mariana, were you a valedictorian, or were you too busy getting your MBA?
No, you know what? In high school, I made it to the top 20% of my class. Not quite the top 5%, but college also. Yeah,
but
college,
you were like busting. You were killing it. So it's...
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
They're
I was a nerd. I
You
was a
should have
big
been
nerd.
at the...
like you got your bachelor's like 2 weeks after getting your diploma, right?
Yeah,
Isn't that-
I think she's the youngest MBA I know. How do you even do
so
that?
A lot of summer classes. Yeah, so like I got my
Oh my
MBA
God.
right before, like I got my MBA and bachelor's like 2 weeks before my 21st birthday. So it was really fun. It was
wow.
yeah.
MBA and your
Wow.
bachelor's at the same time.
That's badass.
Yeah. So yeah, it was like a 3. Thank you. Yeah, it was like a 3-2 program. So like I was like doing like bachelor classes and MBA classes at the same time at my college. So it was actually really cool.
Yeah, like totally the same for me. Like I took a year off after high school, and then I went to a film school that didn't have grades. It was very much the exact same thing. Very much the same thing.
Oh my god.
No one has ever wasted more money on an education, air quotes education, than I did. But I feel like it's worked out for me, but it was a mistake.
You're
you
doing
were a
good too,
badass
right?
ready to conquer the world.
Hey, but you're on The Price is Right and shit. Like,
yeah. I
sending pictures from The Price is Right and all that. Like, that's cool.
It looks cool, but it's like mentally unstimulating, and it's and like I didn't go to film school to like plug in cameras for other people to film game shows like originally, but at the same time, I don't necessarily know why I went to film school. I wanted to do something creative, and I wasn't necessarily sure what I wanted to do. And my grandma was
can lead
like,
to so much. It's doors that can be opened, No,
that's true. Absolutely. Yeah, you're right.
Did you want to be on the directorial side of films, or like
I had
in
at
front of the
one
camera?
point, but I've realized like I'm just so bad with names and faces that I feel like I wouldn't be and I feel like I wouldn't be a good director because like I just don't. I don't know. I don't.
You'd be like, "Hey, you over there, in the blue shirt,
cut."
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like I don't there's so few people I want to have that intimate a relationship with that it would like feel disingenuous to like get to know a person well enough to direct them and then to be like, okay, great, we're never talking again because I don't actually like that many people. So, which is actually like there's some funny Stanley Kubrick stories about that. The guy from what was the guy?
Malcolm McDowell?
Yes, Malcolm McDowell was like so heartbroken that it turned out he and Stanley Kubrick weren't like best friends after filming A Clockwork Orange. Like they would like play ping pong like every other day and like they were having a blast.
And then he thought it would like last.
Yeah, which that's very
sad.
common, but it's super common on movies. It's like working on a movie is like a lot like going to summer camp almost. You're like it's 2 months, it's a month, or sometimes it's longer depending on what it is. But then and you're gonna meet like PAs or interns who you're like you develop like like a strong bond with, but then like that person moves back to Minnesota because that's actually where they're going to college, or you just never see that art department person again because you don't work in art department and you have no.
That's funny you say that because it's like the people you work with, you totally form a bond because you're like at work more than you're at home, and I miss. Like being at the sign shop, I was there for 16 years, and 2 coworkers, I worked with them for 16 years, or like my brother and my sister. And when I left, I hardly talked to them anymore, and they were like the 2 most prominent people in my, in my life.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's crazy like that.
But then when we left, like I didn't talk to him, and I always thought about that. Like I need to call Jason because like. He's like my brother, and I didn't. And,
but that's not. You shouldn't project guilt onto yourself over that. That's like a super just normal thing. Like I can assure you, and so can Malcolm McDowell, because Stanley Kubrick did it to him. What were you gonna say, Marianne?
No, Malcolm McDowell. He's a great actor.
I didn't have anything to say.
Roddy McDowell was in Planet of the Apes, and I wish those were royalty free so we could watch those. That'd be awesome.
Well, I mean, I was questioning, like, I mean, what if I just play a movie? Like, am I gonna get in trouble?
I don't know, because like I feel like
it's just like us friends hanging out.
I mean, not when you're streaming. Yeah, Twitch will ban the. We don't want that.
Well, no,
but not in Twitch, just in World. Like,
oh yeah. Through OBS, you can, right? Like,
well, she doesn't even want to stream it at all. She just wants to like have it. I see what you're saying. Just I don't know.
Just like everybody hang out at this place in World. I know it is wrong.
I think my downstairs neighbor's mad at how loud I'm talking.
No.
Yeah, he can hear you. He can hear you just talking.
She's a seemingly very lovely old woman. She does not speak a word of English. She only speaks Armenian, and she tries to talk to me like once a week, and she's still hammering. I feel guilty, but she tries to talk to me once a week. But like, and when we started, it was very friendly sounds, and it's progressively gotten more and more annoyed and I've definitely gathered that she thinks I step too heavily while she's trying to sleep, and I've really tried to not do that because but yeah, it's just very brutal to have this just old lady who she's like there alone. Like every once in a while she'll have like a family member visit. I'm sure there's someone who could translate for us in her life, but this person has never come to my door to talk.
So she's just living alone.
Yeah, it's not quite as sad a story as I think I just painted, but yes.
No, it sounds sad.
Well, I mean, I live in Glendale, which is the largest Armenian community outside of Armenia. So I imagine that
Kardashians Armenian.
I was just about to say that. Oh my god.
Yes,
Mac.
that would be. Yes, that is accurate.
Kardashian.
Or like I think they're half Armenian. I think they're.
Yeah, of
or maybe I'm
course.
thinking of the genders or something. I don't know. I'm not super.
Oh,
The loudest the
that's
crowd
so
ever was at the
complicated.
Late Late Show was when Kris Jenner was there. That's the mom's name, right?
Yeah, that's
Kris
the mama.
Jenner.
Yeah, she played like a
She's a
Price is Right game, and
queen.
like no one has ever the crowd has never been more enthusiastic. Like not even like maybe when what's that K-pop boy band called?
BTS.
Oh yeah.
Was it? Yeah, maybe when BTS was there, but otherwise the crowd has never been louder other than Kris Jenner.
She's a queen. She deserves it.
Well, she's freaking smart. Whether you hate
So
them or
good.
love them,
Yeah,
they're
I mean, she
You have to
took her
admit.
daughter.
Look how much
giving her book
money
on the
they
internet,
made.
turned it into
Yeah.
$1 billion. That's amazing.
and how much power they command. Like off of, and what did it all start with? Off of
Ray J's
sex tape?
penis.
Yep.
Even before
Thank you, Ray.
that.
Which I've
Also,
never
who
seen.
even knows who Ray J is?
Ray J is Brandy's brother, right?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Mm.
I know Brandy is. Whatever happened to her? She was nice. She had talent, and when I was in middle school, I feel like she was.
She's a
Ooh,
singer,
old guy
and I guess
boy.
she just kind of wasn't. She a singer in the '90s, and then just kind of not making music.
Okay, I'm gonna try to kill the
Yeah.
boss. I think in Wilderness soon.
How
Not
I
Wilderness.
just
nice.
I found
Nice.
some bats, and I
Yeah,
threw
you
some
have to kill
fireballs
them.
at them.
Yeah, good. You're learning. Nice.
Mm,
Nice.
running around. It was in the training area.
Oh, nice.
Ney, I have to come and do some more training. I haven't been in DCL since Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, aren't
That's
you going to be
okay.
in Florida? Did you say?
Yeah. So on Friday night, I'm heading to Florida. So I'll be
What's in
on
Florida?
DCL, but not be on DCL. I'll probably only log in late at night.
What you doing in
Miss
Florida?
you.
I'm
You've been
I'm
missed.
taking Jared. I am taking my drone on a vacation. Okay.
You're taking your drone on a vacation.
Of course. But you don't have to say where you're going to be if you don't want. But that
Yeah, I don't-
picture
yeah, I
you
don't care.
posted looked very familiar to me.
Yeah. So that photo was taken in Lido Key. So normally I go to Sarasota
Oh.
area, but yeah, my family's gonna be going to Destin, so that'd be fun. I've never been to
Oh,
Destin.
okay.
before.
Yeah, that's up on the Panhandle.
Yes. So
Okay,
it'll be
yeah.
our first time going there. So we have a few plans, a few springs to check out. My little sister wants to go to a water park, so.
Nice.
Oh,
Well, that's far
cute.
away from me, so that's sad. But you're gonna have fun up there. It's beautiful.
Well, I'm sure I'll meet up with you one day, Yume, because I know I'm always in the more southwest area by where the other photo was taken.
Definitely, yeah, and that would be so much fun. And there's gonna be an NFT thing in Miami in
In
August
December.
1st, 2nd, and
Oh.
3rd.
There's
Yeah,
one
I'm
in
not gonna be able to
December, too.
make it. I wanted to make it to Metaverse Miami, but I have my work schedule's so crazy on the first few days of the month. So it's just I'm gonna watch your post, YouMack. You're gonna be my insider
Okay,
information.
okay.
At...
You follow me and also follow Nicole Nixon because she's
Yes.
a better poster than I am. I get all and then I don't do anything. But she's on it with because she's a photographer, so she's on it with the photographs and the posting and stuff.
Seems a little
and
judgmental. I'm not a fan.
Oh.
I'm a
No,
photographer.
she's who? Nicole?
I mean, me too.
She's awesome, but she's got her voice, and that's what I love about her. But she's awesome. I love her.
Yeah, isn't last slice? There's gonna be a meetup there, right?
Yeah, like a pool party or something.
I should just like fly in for a few hours just for that.
Ooh, that would be awesome.
Maybe I'll make something. Maybe yeah, I'll maybe I'll pull some strings. Let me in.
But Jarod, she's not judgmental. She's very not to say like New Yorkers or whatever, but she's from New York and she's very steadfast in her opinions, which women, I guess.
Okay, I'm open to exchanging if you're closed-minded.
Huh?
I'm willing to exchange the whatever it is I originally said to call her closed-minded instead.
Oh no, I don't see her as closed. She's definitely not closed-minded. She's just very she is very opinionated, but that's not a bad thing.
I'm just frustrated because someone, not me, called peanut butter a big baby, and then I got a bunch of fucking flack that I called him a big baby. So I just, frankly, I kind of think the entirety of the last slice can go fuck themselves because all of them have kind of just been pricks to me, except for the two of you. It's just very frustrating.
Rustan said very nice things about you, so...
I also like... Okay, well, sorry, I didn't know that... I much like the time I said, fuck all the baby dolls, I really should get a roster check of who is in the last slice, because I'm sure there have to be a few more people I like, but...
Well, Mariana is...
Yeah.
You're a last slicer.
Yes.
You're in the last slice, and... Yeah,
so you, Rustan, and Mariana. How many people are in it? It's like 200 and something people, right?
I mean, DCL Dating got one too, and then Tobik has one. So those are the latest.
Tobik just got in there, yeah.
Yeah, those are the latest.
Tobik, I can't talk to that guy. He's absolutely he doesn't say any, he's the most paper thin, contributor to a conversation. It's very frustrating. And he's very smug and condescending in his...
I think he's funny, though. I love that about him.
Yeah.
I love his videos.
That's fine if he wants to be funny, then that's great. But he can't then try to have a moral high ground and just I don't know, not a fan. Our interactions were not ideal. I would put him in the similar category to Nicole of closed-minded and not actually faux empathetic.
But yeah, I think there's about 250.
Yeah.
Last slicers right now, and I know Green Thumb got me into it. And he's like, "You gotta get one," and I was like, "Okay." And then he's number 4, I think, and then I got number 12, and I didn't know it would grow up like it's a baby. Grow. What am I trying to say?
Expand.
Expand. Yes, expand as much as it did, but. It's a very resourceful community.
100%. Honestly, I see the value of the NFT just for the education alone. I definitely think it's a I guess I can say I'm very bullish for the last slice community. I think one day it's...
I think part of my contempt and frustration with the last slice is that I was invited by YouMack to a space that was supposed to talk about the the fallout of the PB bullshit, and then it didn't. It never came up once, and so I left and was just this never came up. And then someone was like, "Well, it was an open forum. Why didn't you just speak?" And it's I've literally never been here before. I have no why would that be your expectation?
I see your point with that, and I agreed with you on that.
It's not even the fact that
you asked me what should I be
about my expectations. I've done legit well, fuck you. Why didn't you bring it up if it's an open forum? It's just don't give me shit for not interrupting your... I thought that was the
whole reason for that forum, and it never was brought up. I totally 100% agree with you there.
Yeah.
And then it just went off on just all these other tangents and did not address that at all. But I do have to say, anytime I have any questions or concerns or whatever, I don't know how he does it, but Lastrum is I think there's 20 of him, because anytime I post something in there, he answers it right away, and I'm like, what? How are you here and there and there and there and there and there? He's very always been very helpful, and very diplomatic, just like Peanut Butter is tries to be, you know, very diplomatic and try. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't. I have
I
had
know
minimal
you
engagement.
don't, but he is very, you know, tries to see everybody's point of view, and
Not everybody.
even I've been an
Not
asshole to both of
everybody.
them, and they're still like nice to me.
Well, that's probably because you're a blonde lady with a cute voice.
Oh.
No, I think because we have been friends for a while.
That helps, too.
And I am like, I'm sorry, I'm an asshole. I know.
That's a cute
Sorry.
voice.
No, that's me clicking. Sorry, I'll click less. Someone's like, someone's mic is clipping. It's someone talking to. I think it had to be my.
What
clicking,
mic
right?
is that?
No,
that was
this.
You. Is that?
I did that.
No, someone wrote it like long back.
Could have been
Where?
In the chat, in the Twitch chat. I even forgot that I was streaming. Oh my god.
Jesus.
I was
Don't you hate
carried
that?
away.
Just neglecting your poor chat.
That
Like
means
is
it's
the-
a great conversation.
Yeah. I like it.
But let me be right back.
Yeah.
Okay. Mariana,
Ney, I
how
miss
long
streaming.
are you?
I miss you. I miss you. I miss you so long. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna appreciate Naya really quick.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I've been good. Just been the last 3 days I've been literally just editing a video and editing photos all weekend. Like
I want to
was
see
literally-
those. When?
Yeah, I can show
Where can
you.
I see them?
I will send them to you. Yeah, and then I mean Jared knows about one of the videos that I was working on. Jared, the survivor.
How long are you going to be in Florida for?
Yeah, so I'm leaving Friday night, and then I'm gonna be back home on the 26th. So I'll be gone for about 7 days.
Whoa, that's a long vacay. That's
Not
a
long enough, girl. Not long enough.
No.
Yeah,
I
so
want
yeah,
a
it'll be
vacation
fun.
too.
Yeah, it'll be fun, like a little like get away from, with my family. I'm excited to like hang out with like my siblings, go swimming, and yeah, just like put the laptop away. So
Nice.
yeah, it should be a good time. It's supposed to be really hot there though. So
Oliver is
which
going too?
Yeah.
No, actually no. Oliver's staying back with my neighbor. I know.
No,
like,
Oliver.
yeah. Dude, he like starts panning after like 1 minute outside. He's like I think he wants us to move to Alaska.
Oh,
Sometimes down here though, like I want to be in Alaska. Like it's
Yes.
so hot and humid.
how hot does it get? Like,
Oh,
what's
well,
what's the weather right now? What's the temperature?
Right now, okay, it is almost 9 o'clock and it's 92 degrees.
Okay, I'm
Fahrenheit.
going to convert it into Celsius first.
Okay, I know I have to do that. 92.
Oh my god, that's hot.
All right,
That's
we can only do these
33,
in freedom units.
33 C.
That's 33
Okay, that's
degrees
hot.
Celsius.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Plus
and
the-
I mean it's nighttime.
Plus the 20 degrees humidity on top of the 90 degrees.
Yeah.
It's
add
exactly
that in.
33 in Delhi right now, and it's 6:30 a.m. So exactly 33. And it's
While
early
you're up,
morning.
oh yeah, you said you acclimated to Eastern
Yeah, I
Standard
acclimated.
Time.
I had to. So I wake up at midnight. I wake up around 12 o'clock, and then I start my day.
Well, it's so like when we were doing that, because like this is a global platform. I mean, look at where we're all at right now.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Like when we were doing the New Year's Eve party, I mean, we had, Mitchie's in Australia, this person's in Germany, that person's in Canada, this person's in Oregon, and all over the world, Turkey. And we're trying to, you try to plan, meetings so that someone doesn't really have to be up at like 4 in the morning. But it's hard.
It's impossible, I feel. So what time did you celebrate New Year's at? Like what did you choose?
24. She was up for 24
hours.
Yeah, we did the whole. We started with Mitchie in
Australia. Yeah.
And then it went on for the
around the globe.
Yep, it was really cool.
That is cool.
That was an impact in Decentraland, and actually, like Mitchie designed a New Year's Eve hat, a wearable, and then if you bought it, the proceeds went to the Turing Foundation, which Alan Turing is like the father of computers.
Yes.
And it ended up making, I think, like they were able to send like 300 laptops to underprivileged communities like through Africa. So like altcoin radio was a huge factor in that. Stony played music, King Mizzo played music, Gucci Toe, Michi helped design the whole thing. Cromulon was in on it, just a whole bunch. Rayon was in on it too, helping. It was a bigger deal, Ramo. And so that's the cool, and Impact too, which they're going to be doing a lot more stuff. But that's what's cool about Decentraland. It's like you get everybody together, and it's a worldwide feat.
Yeah, for sure.
And
everything is so
somebody was telling a story. Yeah, and I think the main guy with Impact was telling a story about how, like in Ethiopia, there was one laptop per 25 women. Trying to learn, because they weren't just giving them laptops, but they were also giving them the tools to learn the metaverse. Because you can just give somebody, a computer and be like, here you go, and if you don't have the tools to understand how it works, or learn about the metaverse, then it's just a rock, I guess. But so they also gave them the knowledge of working in the metaverse. So I think that's so cool, because imagine having to share a laptop with 24 other people.
That would make learning very difficult.
Yeah, and we take for granted, and I'm like, damn, I have a phone, I have my laptop, I have a TV, I have and we take for granted what we have and what others don't. And so that was just a really cool thing that happened, in that New Year's event. And there will be more of that. So that was a really cool thing. And I would have been a part of it if it weren't for Dom. So I really appreciate, him in that sense,
He has many great attributes. He just also has a few. Oh, speaking of Mariana, how's your podcast going? How's that coming along?
Hey, yeah. I mean, we're working on it slowly. I think Alpha's in charge of it.
Then it'll never get accomplished. Okay.
Oh my gosh, that's not true. I'm overseeing.
You will.
Yeah, but no, Dom is amazing. He's been helping. I mean, he makes some pretty cool builds, and definitely a great, a great asset in the community of DCL. So.
He's a fine asset.
Fine ass.
It's pretty early, but we are also about to get a screen and build for Wilderness, so that there are some video guides always going on, because people sometimes enter and they're like, oh, how to play this.
That's a good idea.
There would be some videos, and maybe these podcasts can also be playing. But
yeah, because it looks super fun. All the
Yeah, I mean, unquestionably, I think Dom has added a great contributions to the space. I think there's I feel like he was the one who perfected early parkour Like,
Yeah.
I might be giving him credit he
goes
doesn't
without
deserve. I don't
saying.
know, but that's how I feel. That's always been the sense I felt.
No, totally. Like, he's helped a lot of people here in Decentraland. And onboarding a lot of people and just super helpful and like believing in people and pushing
Where
them
did Mariana
past
get
their limits and stuff.
Mariana, what channel did you just at that I just got pinged on my computer? Because I'm not in Beaver.
No, that was.
Oh, I'm in Ocean Meta. That's right.
That was the Ocean Meta. Yeah, Jake and I just announced our next event.
Event?
Slowly introducing the next Ocean Meta event. We haven't decided on the date yet, but
How are you?
I love the
How are you
Ocean
doing
Meta
all
event.
this? Like that was such
I don't
a
know
cool
you, Mac.
build.
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I'm like, what is she doing next? Like how?
He
Like
doesn't know
I
how to
feel
say
like
no.
no,
bum.
you, Mac. I am fully at capacity right now.
I
like-
believe it. Like, but
then-
damn,
and
like
then-
shout out to you.
She's been
Thank
doing
you, thank
brilliant
you.
stuff and so much. Like Mariana, you're
Well,
an
she does have to
inspiration.
drag two of the most dead-weighted individuals all
you're
around.
an
with her, so it
inspiration,
makes sense.
honestly.
She's so tired.
A definite
Thank you.
inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah,
an
no,
inspiration.
it's
And doing all of this
No,
with a
it-
job, like, and that. Oh my god.
on top of that, I know. Yeah, and on top of that, like this weekend, I finally was able to clean my house. Like last night, I was like up till like 4 a.m. just like cleaning my house, and I'm still not even done. Like I have so much things to clean up. Like actually, I'm probably gonna jump off soon and go clean my house.
Cleaning house will never be done. That's like something that's never ever. And
you guys said
laundry,
it.
there'll always you can
Yes.
always count on laundry.
Exactly. Actually, that reminds me. You reminded me that I have a load that needs to be sent to the dryer, or the dryer, or else it's just going to get washed again.
I know I hate that when I'm like I'm doing so good and I'm doing all this laundry and then like I go to work and then I come back and I'm like 2 days later and I'm like, what's that smell? And then I go to do laundry and I'm like, ah.
Oh.
Then I gotta do it all over again.
I would love to have a washer and dryer in my apartment. That would be cool. I have to go to the laundromat like a plebe.
Oh.
Well, I remember those days, and it was kind of like a little,
The old-fashioned way.
yeah, not old fashioned, but like an event. It's like you go, and then they always have. I went to one in Reno called. What was it called? It was so cool because they had a bar and they had pool tables and they had.
Well, that sounds awesome. Like, I don't think
yeah.
there are any
Oh my God.
laundro bars
There's like a
around me.
laundro bar out
It was
there.
called Subs and Dubs or.
Oh my god, I want to visit that.
I kill them!
It had to do with beer and the bubbles. Suds
Beer and
and
bubbles.
duds. Suds and duds. Suds and duds. So you go there and you just go with your friends and you play pool and you do laundry and you drink.
Oh my god.
Suds and duds, I think.
Sounds like a
it was
good
called.
day.
Yeah, it was. It's like, hey, you want to go do laundry and
Play pool?
get drunk? Sure. Yeah, play pool.
Oh no.
So that's why you gotta do it.
Oh my god, I definitely need the 90-day fiance visa now, Jared. We should talk
Oh,
about
I've been watching that lately.
Yeah,
like
I
my
want to
mom got
be
me
on
into
that
it.
show. It would be so much.
Hey,
Don't you have to organically find
Mariana,
someone
are
you
you going
love
to be?
or at least fly to the States effectively?
I was gonna say, if you want to be on 90 Day Fiance, I can make it happen for you.
Yeah, you know that girl, right?
Yeah,
Devon?
yeah, I know.
She
yeah, I
knows
know
Devon
three of them.
personally.
Who?
You
Yeah,
have to get me.
Devin,
That one, I
Devin,
think, the one who was with the
Stephanie.
Korean guy.
Yeah, Jihoon.
Yeah, oh my god, I
Yes,
loved their episodes.
Yeah, I met them in New York City. I was actually doing a photo shoot for Devin, and I know Leila, and then I know Stephanie Maro.
Have you seen
I
that
just
one, Matt?
started watching last season because like I never got into it. My mom's like, you have to watch it.
You have to.
And
The No
then,
Neck Ed. Have you watched those
yeah.
episodes with Ed,
Which-
the big
which one?
Ed?
You know, oh yeah.
No
The
Neck
thing is,
Ed?
So I stopped watching 90 Day
What?
Fiance like after like season 8 or something because I just know how like fake it is. Like I mean, I literally
What?
know the story.
Like how scripted.
So it
Yes,
was
like
scripted. The one with Jihoon
Yeah,
and
like,
Devon. Have you watched
some of
this
it was-
one, Mac?
No, I haven't. I haven't.
So they
This
can
one is
script
the
me and
most
Naya like a
entertaining
happily ever
one.
after. Is what you're saying? Like,
Yeah.
Perfect.
They can alter some of the storylines. So like a lot of it is true, but like they try to find like the producers are like, okay, find like something that we can use, whether it's fake or not, like to
To
base
make it
the
more
story in.
interesting.
Exactly.
This was a
Like, what
beautiful
about the
couple,
one
though.
with Ben? And he went to, I think it was Peru, and the girl she didn't meet him at the airport or something, and she like never texted him. And I'm like, well, don't go if she's not texting you. And then
yeah, I was like, she's not even in the States yet, and she's already blown you off. This seems like a
I know.
very bad strategy.
yeah, or that
Maybe at least give
firefighter
me the full
Mike.
90 days before she hightailed it out of there. God.
So yeah, I started watching it, and then I'm like, damn you, Mom! Now I can't wait till the next one.
Yeah, it's very
Or
addictive.
Soldier Boy.
It's very addictive.
What? Like the rapper?
Not the one from the U.S.
What country is he from? Like,
Kimberly.
like Kenya or Nigeria? I forgot where.
Yeah.
He's from.
He's from
I'm so sorry.
Kenya, I think, and the girl from San Diego is Kimberly. Kimberly.
Yeah.
I love
That was
this
just
show.
weird, and like she gave him like a PlayStation, and then her son was the same age as him, and it's just yeah. I now I'm like addicted to that show, and I can't wait till the new season.
Oh. So I just need like my personal story, a few recent photos of me and my fiance.
I mean,
Do
you
it.
have a fake story. I mean,
I'm
you and
looking
me could get
harder.
married today. They would have no idea.
Yeah, could we? Let's do
I don't
it.
think you can. I think there are some legal hurdles in the way of that.
You must be in
Yeah,
a
so-
relationship
So like
with
you
Krista.
already have a fiance?
Oh yeah, so I'm already married.
Mariana, yeah, Mariana, that can be a little problem.
I mean,
No,
if
no, no.
Mariana moved to like
But you
Utah,
can
where
pretend
she's
that you
polygamy free-
don't, and then you can like hashtag.
Ooh,
I
could
mean,
do
not
like-
hashtag, but quote unquote meet.
Well,
Like,
I mean, this
oh, I
Naya
don't
does still
understand.
want to get a visa, though. Let's not like they can't. Like, I think they have to, follow through a little bit to lock in that sweet, American documentation or U.S. documentation,
yes.
so she can
I
get a
just
sweet job.
needed to visit like one of the NFT conventions.
Wait, is
not
that what
gonna
this is
lie.
all about? Can't you just get a tourist visa for
I'm
that?
kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, tourist visa it is.
What is
I
this?
might
This
be
is-
visiting Miami in December. Like, I've been talking to this NFT
You have to
expert.
let me know. You have to let me know if you
Same.
do,
Yeah.
because
Same.
I'm just one hop and skip over Alligator Alley, and I
Oh
will
my
meet you
God.
over there.
It
I
will be
feel like
fun.
as an engineer, you're gonna with like COVID having happened, and like despite the fact that you apologized for your English, you speak like flawless English. I feel like you
Of
could very
course.
easily just get like, because like I assume that cost of living is at least slightly lower in India than it is in Los Angeles.
It is
but like,
so much. lower.
Everything.
Trust
but you can
me.
easily get like an LA job, like a designer and like a game design
He's
engineer.
trying to take you to LA. You come to Florida.
Yeah.
No, she should just
I
stay in India, but like
I
work
love
from
the
home
ocean.
for like Blizzard.
Yeah.
Yeah, then
Okay.
you can just save up like $1 million in like 4 years, and then
That's
move to
true.
America.
True,
Ooh.
true, 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 true.
I'm planning to
Good.
go for like a little
Good on you, Jared.
workation to Europe though. So I was in
Oh, yeah,
Greece
you-
a couple of years back, and it was like such a good time. So I'm planning to go back
in
there.
Greece.
She's just
I was
fondly
there for
bringing
an
a guy in
internship.
Greece, and that is how this decision is made.
No, I was there for an
I-
internship, and yeah,
I would love to go to Greece.
yeah, it was beautiful. Like being on an
I love
island.
history.
Oh, there is so much.
I like
there. You can
kebabs.
literally see the ruins. You can go top
Sure.
of the hill, and there are some ruins. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and it's like you're in this place where people
Oh,
have
man.
been for. I mean, every place on the earth, people have been for so many thousands of years, but ruins that are still
Yeah,
there
from that
It's just-
civilization.
You
right?
imagine like what was it like?
Absolutely.
Like, it's just a neat feeling.
Yeah.
I have some
I mean-
cool old Indian silver coins actually that I should totally post on the internet and get you to look at. I think it's like pre-India. Maybe
Where'd you find them?
They were
Like
purchased
the
on the internet.
British
Oh.
India. It wasn't
No.
long. It wasn't that long ago that the Britishers were here.
No. It's like these
Yeah,
are
like
like
Queen
Like, I'm still
Victoria.
having tea
no, these
right
are like
now.
300 BC. Like these are like like these are like super like old like. Most of them are square because they were like the kind that you would like. They'd be like broken off and like there's like little stamps on them that are.
Oh.
And like the ones I got were like super cheap, so they're like mostly worn away. But it's like super interesting because you can like go online and like I'd have to like remember the name of kind of coin it is, but you can totally like look up and like be like, oh, like this little etch looks like that one, so like these are from this kingdom in that area in like this range of years. I don't know, it's fun. They're cool.
So Ney, like you're saying, like British colonialism.
Yeah.
That was like Queen Victoria time.
No, it was just now. You know, we got independent in 1947, so it's not that long ago. And you
They
can see
basically,
this.
so we just
Queen
were like, you know what, we're gonna leave
Elizabeth
India
II.
alone. We're gonna go make Israel a thing now. Have a nice one, guys. Thank you. Got it.
Whoa.
Wait, there's a really cool map and a dynamic map. I forget which. I'll try to find the website or whatever, but
Hi, Priya, baby.
it shows England, this little tiny island, and how much power it had over the whole
Yes.
world. And then it showed it from like the I think it's I get it mixed up, like the 18th century or
It
Mm.
expanded. It like conquered the
yeah,
world.
expanded and then it shrunk.
Yeah.
So like, and it's like they were in Africa and India and
Yeah.
here and there and Australia and U.S. and Canada and so many places, and then like Hong Kong
Absolutely.
and then all the places got liberated and stuff. And
They were in Canada, right? Canada too.
Yeah, I
Canada
think
is
so.
still part of the monarchy or something.
Like
they
there's a
have the Queen on
place
their money.
called. I was going to go for an MBA
In Victoria.
to Canada actually, to British Columbia.
Oh, there's a
but-
place in British Columbia called Victoria, or is it next to it? There's a
No, I
Victoria,
think
Canada.
it's in BC, Victoria.
Yeah, those
The
bastards.
main city is what the hell is it called? It starts with a V.
Vancouver.
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 Yeah.
Yes.
Such a pretty city.
It's beautiful.
And if you love to snowboard, there's Whistler and Blackcomb.
Yeah.
That's
you
the
been
only
to
place
Europe? Any of
I
you?
have not.
You've not been
I've
to Europe
not.
or
I
Asia
want
yet?
to so bad.
Okay.
No,
know.
but my stepdad is Taiwanese, and my little half brothers, my mom, my little half brother, and my stepdad all went to Taiwan and to Hong Kong, and I didn't get to go because I was older.
Oh,
My little stepbrother is
why?
like 13 years younger.
Okay.
Well, because I was already on my own and stuff.
Okay.
But so many beautiful pictures, like the land, the climate there is so pretty, the landscaping, but
very
also
tropical.
very in the cities, very congested.
Absolutely. I think this is the thing with Asia. There is always some congestion. But then there are mountains too, where you could just relax. So my hometown is actually like the small hillside area. Wait, I'd show.
In India, in like by Delhi.
Yeah. No, I'll tell you.
Is
like-
that how you pronounce it? Where at?
Yeah, I'll show. So New Delhi is like the capital of India, right? But this is
It's old Delhi.
my hometown. So this is like a little hillside, like there are mountains. But then yeah, I
Wait,
I
what? That's
stay
like
in
a real
Delhi.
place? That's not like a fairy tale photograph?
Yeah, it's beautiful, right?
That's what I'm
Mystery.
saying. It's like
It's
there's
beautiful.
people have ideas of places,
Yeah.
but there's different. Every place you can think of has really beautiful places and really bad place. Every place, every city, or in every country or whatever has great and bad.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. I mean, maybe North Korea probably doesn't have a lot of great, but otherwise.
No, I'm pretty
Wow.
sure North Korea has a
Yeah.
I mean, you're right. It probably has really lovely
streets
countryside.
lined with gold and shit.
Maybe fair enough. Fair enough. You're right.
But that's
you're right.
only for Kim
You're
Jong Il or whatever his
Yeah,
name
fair
is.
enough. They have to bring Dennis Rodman somewhere when he shows up.
Yeah, and we could ask Dennis Rodman. But like every place, like people get in their minds. Are you going to the store?
Tell me,
Okay.
some
Bye.
not such a good place in the U.S.
A place that's not good in the U.S.
Like not so.
Oh, I'll tell you. Well, I grew up in Vegas, and I know
Ooh.
like D Street in Vegas is not so good because you can get drugs there.
Okay.
Yeah, when I was in Vegas with my ex and her parents, we were like going to one of the. We were in like the Strip, like we were in like tourist center, and like we were like gonna grab one of those elevators to like go up to the walkway for whatever reason, and like as the elevator comes down, like it's just an elevator that goes up to like a thing that walks over the street, and as the elevator comes down and the door opens, like one junkie is like slamming a needle into like another junkie who's like in doggy position, like into his butt. And it's just like,
what?
and, like he just like looks like,
I mean,
like
not
right in
you,
his ass
but
cheek.
like you.
Wow.
Like,
And like the other guy just like looks up at us, and we're all just like
Sex.
a very quick, awkward moment that just felt like it lasted forever. And like we all just turned left and just like walked away and like pretended like we didn't see that. But
Oh my god.
well,
very-
yep, that's Vegas.
so
Vegas. I've seen a lot of shit in Vegas, like
yeah,
at a
no,
very young age and stuff, and that's why I'm probably the way I am. But
there's
also,
definitely
like
areas of LA that are
San
exactly
Francisco, like there's shit on the streets, human feces, and
oh yeah, their homeless situation's pretty bad.
piss.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
heard the bars
Oh.
is like a nightmare.
Well, and LA right now, we're kind of like
Oh, yeah,
you're at.
six-
like my
yeah,
my
LA
little
has-
brother lives in Mission Viejo, and we were driving on the freeway right past Angel Stadium, and he's like, "Look down there, there's Tent City," and it was just
I was gonna
miles
say,
and
like
miles
LA has
and
like
miles,
there's literally a street that is just like
Miles and miles
miles
of what?
tents,
like in the city there's just,
tent
tents,
cities.
tents, just like it's just like homeless encampment, and it's just like they
Okay,
just
like-
like 6th Street in downtown Los Angeles is like that's the homeless people street.
Oh.
And not
They're
to
nice
get
enough, there's not like
political.
Yeah, it's not like it's not like they're all just like crazy people or criminals. It's like some of them are
No,
perfectly
they're
nice.
not. They're down. Not to get political, but in California, it's either you have to be making a lot of money or you're super poor. The middle class is
Yeah,
no
I
longer
think that's
existent.
objective. I don't think that's I don't think that's political. I think that's fair. I think
Is
I
the
think
most
most
expensive
Californians would
city?
agree with you that.
You know what the most expensive city? I think Naples, Florida.
Yeah, Brandon has the name Skid Row. Thank you. Duh. I was like, how could I not remember Skid Row?
Skid Row. Yeah.
Naples, Florida is the
Right.
most expensive. Is that expensive?
I thought
Well,
New York was
Here.
rent.
Let's see. What's the most besides Monaco and France, right? Or
Yeah.
it's
No,
not
I was
France,
talking about
but
U.S.
Yeah, just
ma-
US.
I've been watching this
expensive
Netflix show called The
city
Selling
in-
Sunset. Have you watched it?
Oh,
and
yeah.
They show these beautiful houses. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, okay, so it says New York, San Francisco, Honolulu, Boston, Washington. Okay, I don't know where this.
I see New York, San Francisco.
Yeah, New York is.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Per square foot.
Yeah.
San Francisco, definitely.
Oh yeah, Connecticut's.
Rent-wise.
There's some areas in Connecticut that are fucking.
Oh,
nice,
yeah.
nice.
And even Rhode Island.
The LA is number 12 on the list. San Diego. Oh yeah, my Rhode Island. Yeah, you're right.
And on my
Like,
list, LA is 9, so.
Yeah, like Greenwich. Is that Rhode Island or Connecticut? That's a super nice place. I wonder if that's on the list. Arlington,
And there's
Virginia.
so many
that makes
different
sense.
lists. Like, what I'm so adverse to polls like this or lists because who is paying for that survey to be done? That's what I think of.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
The one I'm on is like a Quicken Loans one. So I assume Quicken Loans, but it's mostly like just it's like just data based. So like it's true that you can still like manipulate data with an agenda, but it's not
exactly.
like it looks more like it was kind of just like perusing data from the internet versus like calling people.
And then you got to do like per capita and all that kind of stuff. There's so many different.
You have to do like proper analytics to get to that, but I don't know if it's truly done when doing these surveys. I don't know how much we can trust them.
Aaron Loop.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like I ask who is conducting that survey and who is paying for that survey.
Oh my god! I got my wife on while we were recording. This is amazing, Aaron. This is so good. It's.
Hey guys.
Oh my god! I don't think you're not gonna love it as much when you see it. I don't think, Mary. I mean, Gold Guy's not gonna love it. I'll tell you that.
What?
You got a wife in mind?
Oh, great. I want to see it.
Yeah,
I'll
see
share
it.
group
1
chat.
second.
I need
Show it in the.
Yeah.
Could you send it in the courthouse? Thank you,
Yeah.
Mac. We actually have a
I need
name
to
for
send you
this.
guys. I need to send you guys my wife mod. I haven't sent my wife mod to anyone. Whoops.
Well, I need it.
I will
I
send it to you
want
guys.
everybody, and I'll send you mine.
Yes. It's like we're like trading cards, right?
For some reason, the
waifu
JPEG
mons
is not
The waifu mons are like the trading.
They're
Yeah,
like
definitely.
they're like Pokemon trading cards, but for TCL.
Oh my god, why
Aaron
is it
is
not opening?
super smart for doing that.
Gag. Yeah, it's
So
not
He's a
opening.
nice person to talk to. I still like Waifumon still kind of creep me out because oh my god, and I minted one after we talked, and it's literally just like covered in like pink or blue. I'd have to go look at it. It's either pink or blue, but it's naked and just covered in like alien semen is like the only way to describe this part.
Wow.
It's so horrifying. Okay, so
My favorite one is the scribble drawing. I just love
That's
really
cute.
stuff.
look
I
at
love
look what's
that
floating
one.
in its hand though. It's holding the milk carton
Oh.
with Gold Guy missing on it.
Where
Oh
is
my
it?
God.
In Discord?
Yeah, it's in
I
the-
can
it's in the-
see it. Oh, I can see
Oh.
it.
It's your milk. You're finding somebody.
Yeah, it's oh my god. Which
Did
that
you-
was the thing that I mean like I have no proof, but I feel very confident based on my interactions with Dom that this led to Gold Guy just losing his fucking mind in Dom's DMs because that was for sure the thing that led to Dom having an insane tirade about how I just won't drop it and I'm the bully. And I'm like, when Dom's last reaction to that picture was LOL and LMFAO, I can only assume Gold Guy was just having a mental breakdown in Dom's DMs that resulted in such vitriol being hurled at me.
Well, I don't. I hate the breakdowns and shit like that and stuff and blocking of people and stuff and just like let's work through it. That's shit happens, you know. We get in fights and stuff and whatever, but don't just throw away a friendship. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say about that. And that's all I gotta say about that.
Well, hey guys, I gotta go clean my. I gotta go clean my house.
Oh, that low.
I'll be back. I'll be
Did
back.
you
Yeah.
have
But
fun? I mean, I know it's not fun, but it was so good to talk to you and have
Yes,
fun
man, I
in
missed you.
Florida.
I missed you.
I know, but we'll have to catch up.
This was fun, and I want to definitely be on here more often.
Yeah, we could do
Sorry,
that.
it took a while.
I love your voice, by the
But-
way, Mac. I seriously do.
I know, I love it.
It's where I always hate it.
No, I don't know why there's something about it. It's just so good.
Everyone like through
I've
my
been
life was like,
enjoying.
"You sound like Kathleen Turner," and she has like the smoker's voice, and I'm like,
yeah, you remind me of some actress. I'm not able to put a name on it, but you do, and I'm really enjoying
Yeah.
listening to you.
It is like a familiar voice. I
It
just can't
is
think of
some
who it is.
actress.
Well,
But
I do get a lot of
Okay.
Reese Witherspoon, but not through
Oh
the voice.
yes, I can picture Reese somehow. Yeah.
But
Oh,
not
bye,
like
Mariana.
through
I
the
didn't
voice.
say goodbye. I think I got distracted. I feel bad now.
Huh?
I don't think I said goodbye to Mariana. I feel bad now.
Oh,
It's on the
Yeah.
recording. She can play it back. Bye.
bye, Mariana. Oh, she already left. Okay,
Sure, you
she
left.
went to go do her
Laundry.
She went to go do her.
Yeah, you do sound like,
laundry.
oh, finally you could. My mind was like, well, who is it? I think it's Reese Witherspoon. Yep.
She had to do her laundry. She was at a club in Vegas, and I wasn't there, but my sister was there drunk and was like, Mac! And obviously she didn't turn around, and she's like, why are you being such a bitch?
Oh,
Then I'm like, she told me that later on, and I'm like, why do you have to be such a weirdo?
1 second. She actually said this? To her?
Yeah.
She said this to your sister. Why are you being such a bitch?
Well, yeah. That's how we have this like
Oh my
conflict.
No, YouMack said that to her sister.
No.
Reese.
Reese Witherspoon called her sister a bitch.
No, my sister thought Reese Witherspoon was me.
Yeah.
She was saying, "Hey, Mac."
Right.
Yeah.
But who
And
called you a
obviously-
bitch?
And then my sister, because Reese Witherspoon wasn't acknowledging her because her name is not Mac or Mackenzie.
Oh no.
She called Reese Witherspoon, why are you being such a
I
bitch?
Oh, that's hilarious.
God.
Oh my god, I did not understand that story. I thought
That
Yeah.
was
You guys were talking about it
crazy.
later.
Your
And I'm
sister
like, well,
literally called
don't
Reese
go
Witherspoon a
around-
bitch. Oh my god, I love her. I can't.
Don't go around calling
Reese Witherspoon a bitch.
people.
you can't just call every blonde lady you see Mac.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no.
and it's like, and one time I ran into, not like name dropping or whatever, because this is not somebody to like be like, ooh.
Celebrity encounters.
Corey
Yes,
Feldman.
Let's do it. 1 second, let me
Nice.
see who that
She
is.
Nate has no idea who Corey Feldman is.
Yeah, I have
She-
no.
Remember in the
Because,
movie
because you're
Stand By
23
Me?
and not because you're not from the United States, by the
I'm
way.
not
thank
23.
God.
No, Nea's 23.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not 23.
Yeah, so like us people who are alive in the 80s, we know what a Corey Feldman
Oh,
is.
I thought because I'm from
Yeah,
Asia.
the Coreys.
Asia.
No, nope. I mean, like, that probably doesn't help your chances of knowing who Corey Feldman is being from, not the States, but it's because you're
Okay.
23. There is no 23-year-old
Yeah.
knows who Corey Feldman is.
Okay.
No,
Oh my
yeah.
god, his son is hot. Okay.
Corey Feldman has a son?
Yeah.
That makes sense,
Let me
I
see.
guess.
Let me see. I just googled him and there's like a hot guy. Oh no,
He's
he was
so weird
it
now.
Was, it was an old
mean, they always
photo
were.
of himself. Yeah.
Corey
Yeah, he was.
Feldman.
Now he looks like a weirdo goth guy who's like done too many drugs.
And then he has that band with all the angels.
Yeah, so what happened? What was your encounter with him?
Oh, I just ran into him with my drink, and then
Oh,
he was
no.
like, "Hey," and then I was like, "Ooh," and then I
Ooh.
ran off.
Ooh.
Oh,
I really
poor
don't-
Corey Feldman.
Huh?
Poor Corey Feldman. You
He
just
hit
you just
on
were like,
you.
ugh.
Well,
Yeah,
I
he was like,
don't-
hey.
I never care about.
You preferred the other
like, if-
Corey. I got it.
No, I did not like the other Corey. I actually liked. I thought this Corey was more hot than the other Corey,
Who's
and then
the
I
other
remember being at a
Corey?
slumber party. Corey Haim.
Haim. Oh yeah, that one. I like that one.
They were like the Coreys. And I remember being at a slumber party, and all my friends were like, Corey Haim is so much cuter than the other one. And I was like, oh, I forget how it happened, but I was like, I thought Corey Feldman was hotter. And they're like, ew! And then I was embarrassed, so I was like,
Oh.
wait, isn't? And then I knew who
You
it
faked.
was, and
You
so I
pretended.
played it around, and I was like,
Nice.
You
wait,
pretended.
isn't blah 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 the brown hair one? And they're like, no, and I'm like, oh, of course.
Oh.
So I just had to like play it around, so I wasn't.
Well, mate, you
like,
just
a
reminded me of
weirdo.
like in middle school they were doing like some girls were just they had some class where they were doing statistics, so they were just polling people like their favorite actress. And like I got asked in like art class, like they just randomly popped in and they're like, "Who's your favorite actress?" And like I just drew a blank, and I'd seen like Sister recently or Sister Act,
The
and I was
Sister
like
Act.
Whoopi Goldberg,
Whoopi Goldberg.
which by the way, I shouldn't have to defend my choice of Whoopi Goldberg. She's a fabulous actress and
she's
hilarious.
fabulous.
She is.
But I
Yeah.
got fucking roasted, and I did not have the luxury of going, wait, isn't Whoopi Goldberg the other one?
Yeah, you can't be like, isn't she? Who are you gonna compare
Yeah, isn't
her
that
to?
Cameron
Like,
the
Diaz?
other
Isn't
one?
that the same?
Yeah, no.
I got
no-
roasted for choosing Whoopi. It was outrageous.
Hey, if you like Whoopi Goldberg, be like,
Yeah.
But who am I saying? Like, hey, I liked Corey Feldman. I should have said the same thing.
But I mean, it's easier. I mean, I get where you're coming from for sure. You're just like, oh man, like I don't want to.
You don't want to be like the odd man out back then.
Like,
Nowadays, I
wouldn't
wouldn't
give
give a
enough
shit.
to get roasted by these bitches about it. Fuck.
Any
This is
other
outrageous.
celebrity you met in Vegas? I'm sure there would be like so many people you would run into.
I once
You would
confused
think
Ron
so,
Hansen.
but
But
not
no?
me. Okay, so those so Corey Feldman, and then
Reese. Who you
no,
used to
I
call the
didn't get to see
bitch.
Reese. I didn't get
Yeah.
to see Reese.
A lot
My
of carrot
sister
top
did.
encounters.
No, I went to. I was eating dinner or lunch somewhere, and Rich Little, and then I saw my friend and I were like, "Ooh, there's this reggae band that played every Sunday at like the Ramada or whatever, and or San Remo, a little casino at a pool." And there was Rodney Dangerfield right there, and I was like, "Ooh, let's go say hi to him." And we're in high school, and I'm like, "Well, let's wait till everybody goes away from him, because there's too many people around him." And people didn't clear away from him, and I remember thinking like, that sucks. Like, he's just sitting there trying to read his newspaper, relax by the pool, and you just got these people being, oh, and he doesn't really know them, but you can't be a dick, because then it'll be like, oh, Rodney Dangerfield was a dick. And then I was like, nah, I don't want to bug him. And then ever since then, like, I was like freshman or sophomore in high school, and ever since then I was like, I don't care. They put their pants on the same way we do, and
I'm just googling him
like, they
too.
don't want to be bothered. And just like Bill Murray said, he's like, you want to be rich, you don't want to be famous.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that's why
Right.
there's like in today and age you can become famous with no monetary
no
gain. Like
rich.
that seems like
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
worst.
that
It's
would,
the
oh my
opposite
god, that would
these days.
suck.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what are you looking at? And
Just
then,
kinda
then
like-
you have to be nice, or else you'll be like who said? Oh, who's Kelly? She hosted something with
Megan and Kelly.
Regis
Yeah,
Philbin.
oh, the Kelly Ripa.
Yeah, and she was like, "Can you girls please wipe off the toilet seats when you're done peeing? Because if I go in there, I have to wipe it off, or they'll be like, oh, Kelly Ripa peed all over the seat." like that's how like famous people have to
That's
think.
hilarious. Who did she? That's a funny. And that's true. Yeah.
She said it on the Regis Philbin show.
Oh, that's hilarious. Could you please?
and then I
clean
was
up
like,
yourself?
damn.
Otherwise, I'll look like. a
She
slut.
goes, I have to clean up your piss because it'll be in the news that I peed all over the seat and it was yours.
Oh.
I feel like that's her. I mean, maybe she's probably right. I shouldn't. Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's just paranoia, but I've never been a celebrity, and you're right. That probably would.
Neither
Like-
have I, but I could totally see, like,
Yeah.
that would be in the news. Like, oh my god, did you hear?
Absolutely. And even though it's like the kind of thing that like you'd be like, well, like who cares? Like no one you care about is ever going to like believe or read that. It's like, you don't want that out there. It's annoying. It doesn't feel
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, and that would be a thing if you were famous. Like, she peed over the seat, and then you gotta deal with that. And you're like, oh god, I didn't. It was the person before me, and I didn't want to touch their piss. But I had to, or else they would think it was me.
I don't know who the stand-up comic is, but I remember watching a stand-up routine about like going into the airplane bathroom and finding like a turd on the seat, and like, but like
On-
knowing there was a
on the
person
seat?
behind you. He like going into the bathroom, he knew another person was like he like cut a guy off to get into it, so he's like he then had to like deal with this turd situation. It was like a hilarious bit.
No,
like,
and
he
you,
did something like that.
yeah, and you have to, like, when
Yeah,
you,
you're like, ah, fuck, I
even
can't
as
be
a
here.
normal person, like when I go in and I'm like, damn it, can't they flush or something?
Like it's a button.
Or there's something, and I'm like, well, and then I hear somebody coming into the bathroom, so I'm like, well, great, now I have to clean it up. Or
Well,
else
I've heard
think it's
that because there's a myth that the women's restroom is like a lovely place with couches and mirrors, but from what I understand, I don't actually think he sent me them yet. I don't know how. Maybe he did. I don't know how Waifu Mon work. Do I already have them in my thing?
On your
I guess I'll check.
OpenSea?
I mean,
Did
I'll
you
definitely
check?
send you my wife mod once I have it, Mac. Maybe the first.
I just sent you. Did you already?
No, I haven't
Good,
sent anyone my waifu mod yet because I think he just like DM'd me the art. I don't know if he even has my wallet. I guess my name is .eth, so he would have my wallet if he wanted it.
Yeah, you could just look it up on OC and then OS. I mean, and then just kind of click on the
It'd probably be
address.
hidden if he just sent it to me.
It might be hidden. Most probably.
No, I don't think he. No, it's still priced. Why is it this way? Oh, I see what I did wrong here. Anyway, that's hilarious. We've talked about this conversation has just been awful.
Fun.
Yeah, I like
Like,
digressing.
Definitely fun.
Yeah,
Hmm.
like super fun. And thank you so much for. I know, like we've been talking for a while, and I called into work today, and I'm like, I want to do this. And you know what? Fuck it. I can even do it at work. Well, no, it's not as fun when I'm like sitting there and other people are staring at me eating their
Oh.
lunch. I want to go back to just.
You should
staying
join.
home.
You should join more of these streams. You know.
No,
you
I
can-
will. I will.
Yeah.
I had so much fun tonight. Like, thank you for having me.
My wife and mom's hilarious.
Thank you so
I'm
much
going
for.
to- I'm
Seriously,
gonna
thank you so much
subscribe.
for participating. Next time we can have Endo and Nicole. Maybe Nicole is the one you were
Yes.
talking about, right?
Yep, Nicole.
That's
Which
right.
Jared, you'll love Nicole. I think.
Honestly,
you,
looking at her
man.
Twitter, I
Really get
really feel
along.
like we'd be good friends. Her top tweet like, let me go look at it. I remember like
Thank you.
before she was just not hearing my words at all and just being like, oh, you're a piece of shit. What's her handle? I don't even know it. Why would I think I would?
On Twitter.
Yeah.
Here, I'll connect you to.
But I remember like, because like her pinned tweet is like a Run the Jewels quote that I really enjoy. Oh, it's like, fuck. I don't even pay it.
It's at Nicole29 Nixon. I know you would really get along with her.
This was
But I would feel
Yeah,
the
I'll post it.
podcast would be really intriguing and informative if people of different mindsets are together. I feel that's why I was asking Jarod to co-host with me, because I come off as I'm like super non-opinionated. I'm always calm.
not work for free. I barely give a fuck away. That was her
Yeah.
pin. That's her pin tweet, which is a very great. It's a great Run the Jewels quote. I listened to like I only listened to Run the Jewels for like 2 years at one point, like not that long ago. But
Like you both are opposite. Like
Yeah,
Ney
Jarod.
is very like I told her, your voice is very soothing and stuff, and then Jared's like blah blah blah.
it's true. No one has
And
ever.
not in
said-
a bad way. Not in a bad
Yeah.
way.
I think that voice is
You know,
also
I love
pretty
you, Jared.
important, and it's very
Always
crucial.
have.
Yeah, it's crucial.
Because that's what makes the world go round and that's what makes you learn more about yourself and others is when you open up and talk
Absolutely.
and have a dialogue and listen to others.
Yes, absolutely. So that's why I thought this would be like the perfect combination of like Jarod and me talking to people.
I think
Ney does have a
yeah,
very
I
calming
do.
voice.
I do 100%. Like
Soothes the anxiety.
this has been so much fun.
Yeah.
You can't get anxious with Naya around. She's just like, she's got smooth. She's like the smooth, jazzy, like the female version of the like. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
All
I
the
want to like
blokes
listen
in
to your
radio land.
voice and like you know like just tell me a bedtime story
Oh.
and like you just go into slumberland.
Yeah.
You have such a beautiful voice.
Oh my god, thank you so much. I feel the same about you. I have been saying this.
Really, I feel like mine's like
No, like when I first heard it, like the first time I was like, wow, this would be fun, and it has been. So thank you.
no, thank you. Like I thank you for asking me and allowing me to be on here. I've had so much fun, and I hope to be on here more often.
Yes, please. I hope you leave the courthouse so that you can.
I'm
be
leaving.
here.
I'm leaving courthouse.
Yeah,
I meant to
Wednesday,
tell
you have a meeting,
did
right?
Yes, I texted the sign guy and I said, "Hey, just following up. Do you want to talk?"
Yeah,
And then I didn't want to seem like too like I need you, but he's like, "Yeah, let's talk on Wednesday." So yeah, I do. Either way, I'm not working at the courthouse
Oh my
anymore. It's
God.
just too sad. People are
Woohoo.
crying, and like I'm a mental case, and
you know,
I don't need
you
more
need to
mental
be a
cases.
gold guy level soci or just empathetic list person to like be in that environment. Like
Yeah,
you need to be the kind of person that can be
empaths
intense.
cannot be in that environment. That's what I
Yeah.
was
And that's what they
talking
say. They're like, after a certain point, you'll just make fun of it, and then and I'm like, I don't think I will. Though can't make fun of people.
Yeah, that's like
Having
at some
shit
point
in
my
their life.
humanity will die. Awesome, that's great. I'm so excited to see my humanity die.
And then they decorate like your cubicles and your windows for your birthday, and like I'm like, don't decorate my shit because I don't want some guy or lady coming up saying, "Oh, I'm getting beat up at home," and hey, it's my birthday, you know, and I got like
Yeah, oh my God,
birthday
dude.
shit all around me, and then here's birthday cake. Like that's just awkward. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, please don't. No, they'll be nicer to you. And I'm like, but that's not the point. I don't need them to be nice to me. If I was going through a traumatic situation where I had domestic violence at home, and then I go to
Yeah,
the
like,
courthouse and someone's having my birthday, I'd be like, you fucker. I mean, I'm sorry about my word, but
I mean, I've sworn way more than that. So you're
No,
fine.
it's okay.
yeah,
I
I'm like,
apologize
I'm
for all
so
of it.
glad it's your birthday.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're
But I'm
just
going
like
through some
Yeah, it
shit
makes
here.
so much
Happy birthday.
sense. Absolutely.
Isn't it weird? Like
Yeah.
they didn't think it was weird when I said it. Everybody at work was like, "No, it's cool." I'm like, "Oh, I don't." Okay, yeah. So
Wait, isn't
I'm
there
going back
anyone else
tomorrow.
who's an empath too? Like in any of your coworker who's
They
spoken about this?
all. God, it's weird because they all are, but they say after a while you get desensitized to it. So
But that's not
but-
really a good thing either. Like getting
no,
desensitized.
it's not. I don't think it is. Yeah, like
I mean, Naya, you did say that you hadn't felt anger in years.
Yeah. So I have anger issues.
Yes,
The issue is that I haven't felt anger in like so long. So I
This
don't
is
know.
perfect,
Maybe it's
Naya,
because
because
you
I
felt
drive
anger
everyone
lately?
crazy. So eventually, we're gonna get you angry. I feel it.
So-
It's gonna happen.
yeah?
Like this is gonna be like therapy. You're just gonna
No.
we're gonna podcast, and then one day Nate's gonna be like, "Jared, you
Yeah.
fucking idiot! You interrupt me one more goddamn time."
Yeah.
It's
So
gonna happen.
Jarod was
I'll
like,
let
it
you hear
might be
more.
depression if you haven't felt anger or like any strong emotion, like rage.
mm.
So I don't know.
All right, well,
And I felt all those.
that's
Yeah?
good to know that if I feel rage, I'm
Okay.
not depressed.
Okay, someone
anyway,
is
what-
okay in this podcast.
We're gonna work Naya
We-
through her whatever's
let's
wrong
do
with
it.
her or not
Journey.
wrong with her. We're gonna
Yeah.
get her a good rage at some point. I
The
feel
the
it.
anger journey. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
No, I don't want you to don't go down that path. I
Yeah.
love you
Like-
the way you are.
We don't want to make her a mad person. We just want to know that she can, process her emotions.
Yeah.
Because one day she's just gonna blow up.
True.
Like,
I'm pretty much zen right
That's pretty
now.
cool.
And I
like
love
meditate
that.
or
Like
anything, or like
Yeah.
philosophy stuff, or like I don't know, like are you like a religious person that finds your center that way, or
No,
like how do
Like
you?
your
absolutely the
chakras.
opposite. Actually, I'm not religious at all, and
spiritual.
You
I'm not
need-
religious
I'm a
at
big
all
reader.
either.
I read a lot. I read different philosophical theories, but I don't know. Maybe it's just
Not like
my
Harry Potter
age
though.
or
You're just like
something.
Nietzsche.
I don't know. Maybe it's being single for too long.
You're
How-
23.
No.
Jesus Christ, you're
I
gonna like,
don't-
you're gonna like
23 is-
depress all the
I
other
feel
very
actually
young.
single people.
I feel like
in
I
the
haven't had a real relationship because my last relationship I was a teenager. Like I was like 19.
I think you're just overthinking it too much and putting too much pressure on yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like 23 is very young. Live your life, and you know what? I didn't meet my guy until I was 30. So
What? Okay.
And,
Yeah.
and it makes way more sense to like establish yourself and do what you want because like in a relationship
Exactly.
you always have to make
Exactly.
sacrifices or compromises.
Yeah.
Like like
You
I
need
couldn't do
to
stand up comedy
live your
because my
life.
ex anxious. It was,
Oh my god, you guys are making me feel so good. Honestly,
oh,
sometimes
well,
I'm
good.
like so
Yeah,
empty. I'm
because
like,
it's the
oops.
truth.
Yeah,
Oh.
like
Truth.
I mean like you're like I don't know what you're like regretting or unhappy about, or like unsure about. Like you're building an awesome, cool thing in a new space. Like literally, like in the worst case scenarios of your life right now, like you have an amazing resume piece that will lead to a 6-figure job. So like, and that's like the worst case scenario. Your worst case scenario is that someday you're a boss bish making $250K a year, running a department at Yahoo.
That is so sweet. That actually makes me feel good. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
I think
I'm not. I don't provide false flattery. Like that's. I feel I'm very confident that's true. Like, you're
absolutely. It's like this has been such a free-flowing, comfortable. Like I can say what I want. I feel comfortable here, and I want to be back. If you'll have me back.
So good to know. So good to know.
YouMack,
It's been an
you're
amazing night.
When anyone have a YouMack back is making a mistake, since you host all the events. If they ever need a favor, they've really scorned themselves, since you're.
I try to help
widespread
as much as I can, and with whatever knowledge I have, I try to pass it on. You know. And I just love to be a part of the community and meet more people. And Decentraland it can have its ups and downs, but for the most part, I mean, look, there's Pride Parade going on right now, and Fancy was just saying how they were so feeling welcomed and happy, and then somebody else said, like, they're wheelchair bound in real life and they can dance in Decentraland, and it made them feel so good. Beautiful. Like, that's awesome.
That absolutely makes sense. And like, I do agree that like there's an element to the way Decentraland is designed that does make it feel like a more personable interaction than many digital environments, even though there's still a very long way to go. But so no, that's cool. And I do agree that anyone can find a community of people that are like chill and supportive, as long as you're not a complete asshole 100% of the time. Because if even I can find like people who will, hey man, like, are you okay? Because it looks like you've had a rough day on Twitter.
I love your fake voice, by the way. Yeah. I love when you do that voice.
My fake person voice?
Yeah. You should do it more often.
Okay, I'll just try to change my voice too.
No, that's good. Like when you impersonate someone, like anyone, and you use that particular voice.
But no, like I do think Decentraland is like it's a good community. There's like a lot of good elements to the community, and I think that it'll continue to get better, because I do think that even people I don't agree with generally like aren't completely like blinded by greed. There are well-intentioned people building cool things, and they're not just here to like become billionaires and like sell other run a digital sweatshop.
And just remember, some people are here to.
Oh, that's true. That
make money.
It's just like the real world, but you know what? You have to realize the people.
Everyone, it's okay to want to make money. It's just about how you make that money. Because like, I feel like there are people who make their money by extracting the value from people, and then there are people who make money by providing value. Like if I ever go on to make money,
that is a good point.
And you have to look at it and figure out. You have to kind of figure it out on your own. Who's doing this and who's doing that.
And I think there's there's always a combination too, because like sometimes like not everyone is doing is always perfect, but no, I just think that if I ever do manage to make money in Decentraland, I want it to be because like I've like successfully helped promote other cool people like Ney,
organically,
Masters guys, like proven that I can actually like help cool people, and then one day like hey. Guy,
doing what you wanted.
What you like? Can you help me? And I'll be like, I don't know. Do I like you? If I don't want to make money by like selling people lies or shitty shit. You want to like help people grow.
And after time, people will see that, and those people will go by the wayside. If they go by the wayside with $1 million, well, that's on their conscience.
Yeah, no, that's the other thing. There's so many people that just like show up to like support other people, but like their tweets are so clearly just them trying to like advertise their wearables. Gold guy. But like I think like a lot of people are guilty of that. Like they'll go to a person's event, but like they don't link to any of the person they're claiming they're supporting stuff. They like it's just like a photo that's clear. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I think there's
But also like, because I'm conflicted, because like there's lots of things coming like at me, and like I want to support everybody.
oh, that's
But
true.
then,
There's so many.
like I'm like, I gotta do this. I gotta like I want to do this and this and this, but sometimes time gets away from me, and then there's lots of stuff in my inbox and stuff. I totally want to get to every one of them, and that's why I'm like, okay, that's why I'm like, okay, being away at this court job is not helping, so I'm gonna be done with that, and at least, like I said, and not to be a broken record, but at least at the sign shop I could be on Decentraland and on Twitter and
Yeah, just
on
say
the
like
computer,
replying quickly and engaging.
doing it when I'm at a lull at work, and get back to that. So no, and this is super awesome. Like, and I want to play this game that you have. So fucking sorry, I have a sailor mouth, but
I love it.
I want to play this game.
Yeah, you already
In-
started. I think you'd be good at it. You started raging with lava at those aliens, right? That's all the game is about.
Yep.
I mean,
Shooting
there are more
little-
characters.
Implication is like totally gonna help you guys out too, because like I think that like that look is like because it's called the wilderness. So before when you like showed up to play and you're in the giant prison compound with the portals, you're like, well, okay. I mean, because like the game, like the mechanic, like I get you guys are like pushing the limits of what DCL's doing. So like I think that's awesome and going to be a big help. But like visually, I was just like, I want trees.
Yeah, that was a free design, in December we had
Oh yeah.
nothing.
Oh,
and
100%. And
now
like,
with the
and that's the
grind-
other thing is like people don't know like you're making this game with like 2 people and like
Yeah, it was
toothpicks
just
and rubber
2.
bands, right?
Yeah. It
Yeah,
was
like-
just 2, but now we're trying to expand. We're trying to
Yeah,
hire
100%,
more
like-
designers. So,
And
yeah.
it's never stupid. It's everything that starts out and
Yeah, and exactly, and like I think
Grows
the
and
people just have
grows.
no perspective on like because like they show up to your like to the any like this is a game and they expect to like have World of Warcraft and it's like no like guys like we're early here we're building something
Yeah.
like you're
Yes.
joining a community and you're going to help the devs like craft this and like that's where the play to earn comes in is like you're playing this with you to help develop it and then that that time that you're investing in that process you're accumulating wildy and then when it blows up, then they have assets that they can exchange to new users who want to advance quicker. So
Yes, absolutely. You
So I think
explain
that a
it
lot of people
so
should
much
look-
better than I do, honestly.
well, I've been working on trying to
Well-
explain play to earn.
Oh.
I've been writing a blog. I want to write a series of blogs. I started one
you
about,
should,
Right?
Jared.
Yeah,
You
Jared.
should. You're
but I want to
so
write
good
like
at.
a series tracking all like you guys,
it.
Ice Masters, Vroomway, and then like updates on Ice Poker.
Absolutely.
I think that would be
it would be like a newsletter, and all of us
Yeah.
play to earn games could partner with that.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I don't.
So-
Yeah, either way, I just want to like some kind of because I don't know anyone doing a lot of good like Google SEO optimized like DCL
oh my
focused
god, we
blog stuff.
so need that. So we have this technology and media partner. It's like a British newsletter, but we would love to partner with you if you wanna dive into
I mean,
it.
I'd be down probably. I mean, yeah, I was earlier today. I was trying to get my Jarod.com set up because I needed a new
Oh.
since Dom
Do it.
deleted all my blog posts on ACR.com. I decided, or
Oh,
I'll,
mine too.
yeah, I just
Yeah?
I'll, yeah.
Yeah,
Dom
I
does
had
that a lot.
quite.
Dom
I
really
had
likes
like a
deleting
year's
things.
worth of blogs, and
So you were a blog writer too.
well, I
That was- yeah.
wasn't, but he pushed me to do it like in a good way, and then I did, and I had quite a few blogs, but they're gone. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know if they're gone. Maybe he still has them, but I don't know.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Hopefully he just unpublished them and didn't just delete everything like an asshole.
Yeah, I hope so, because I spent a lot of time on that shit. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's super.
when I wrote blogs, like I didn't want to just sound stupid. I put a lot of time and effort into them.
Yeah, blogging is
And-
like research. It's literally
It
like a research
is.
paper.
It is.
Well, it kind of depends on how you like. Yeah, I agree with that. Like, because if you're either going to write about something you know intimately, it's pretty easy. Because like some of the more I've researched what like makes good successful blogs, and like a more casual tone tends to like have like a pretty good reach and appeal to people to like click your affiliate.
And that's what I did. Yeah, like a little just simple. That was my main thing. Was just a casual like.
But like
explain
you
it
need
to
to
me
know
like
your
I'm
topic
5.
pretty well to do that though effectively. That's the trick.
Exactly. And the one that I did for Ramo's generative art thing, oh my god, I was like, I don't freaking like understand what this is. How am I supposed to explain it to other people? And like it would stress me out, and I had to like just reread and then ask Ramo like, okay, what is this? What the hell is this? Like it's art talking to the blockchain and coming back to the and then if you read my blog, it just sounded so simplistic, but the shit I had to research behind it in order to make it simplify it for others, it took a lot of my freaking brain power.
No, absolutely.
And so I hope it's not gone forever.
Yeah,
I took screenshots, but what are screenshots, you know?
I think
it's
he
still
must have
there.
just archived it. I think.
I would
hopefully.
not
Yeah,
get your
just
hopes.
an archive.
Yeah, I'm not getting my hopes up. I know they're gone.
Dom has
Yay.
deleted like he deleted his last time he deleted his Twitch channel that had like thousands of followers. Like he is
What?
he's incredibly destructive when he's upset.
Oh.
Yeah. And I told him, don't freaking do that. Like, don't sell Gene Simmons for 5 mana. One time it was out there and I bought it and then gave it back to him.
You gave it back to him, you fool.
I know.
Nice.
Well,
you know what's funny is I almost sent him back some Flex Flock literally the day
you
before.
messaged me. You're like, what's going on?
I almost sent
he's
him
gone through
those
shit.
back. I almost maybe did I? Yeah, I didn't. I almost sent him those back the day before, like just like 4 days ago when he like lost his damn mind.
You're like, he could have just asked me to take him back.
Yeah, no. He gave me a real good deal on buying those back. I really appreciated it. he also sold his plated out tokens, thankfully, so that's good. So we are clean of each. He did technically promise me in writing 49% of altcoin radio, so that's I don't know. I don't know how legally binding a Discord DM is, but
well, it's not. I'll just tell you that.
yeah, fair. Touche. Hilarious.
But
Anyway,
anywho,
we should do something like drink water and
you
take
could
naps.
actually work on a newsletter for all the P2Es or even more. It sounds like a terrific idea.
Jared, you need to totally like.
Sounds like a lot of work.
You're into all the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is true though. I am like I agree.
You're doing it right now. Like you're already kind of doing it, and
Yeah,
Twitch.
no,
like
Absolutely.
you know, and like I think you should do it. You are doing it. Do it more.
I
Do
agree.
it like
I agree with
you. Need your like. What if you have your own Twitch?
I don't know if I want my own Twitch.
Why
I feel
not?
like-
I
feel
think
like
you
I'd
would be the
rather do, like,
Howard
Decentraland-
Stern.
Oh,
You're the Howard
Whoa.
Stern of Twitch.
well, I am actually working on setting up my own podcast before Naya had even asked me to co-host this one. Where
I just asked
So
you
I am-
yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't want to take you away from. Okay, yeah, I don't.
I am going to have like my own podcast with a couple dudes from the ICE community. One of them's like a music, like he does audio stuff. So I was like, oh, I'll reach out to him, and so he's looking into how to record it optimally, and then Dane is going to help, find people or whatever, or like I don't know, produce in some fashion. My thing is like I just don't want to have to do any kind of post production or like minimal pre-production. Like I just want to like talk to people who do cool things and ask them about the cool things they do.
Yeah, that's why I've been doing it. I think I'm finally able to interact with the community. Like I've been so much into Wilderness all these months, trying to make a good build and interacting with only Wilderness players, but now this gives me the opportunity to meet more people. So Yeah,
No, exactly.
I feel
Yeah.
you on that. I feel you.
And then we need to figure out how we can expand outside of the DCL community to get non-DCLers into these things. So like, that's the next.
I've been talking to people on LinkedIn, like all the women in Web3 and even other
Oh, badass.
pioneers
Which
who are,
is so important.
who've
Yeah,
been
exactly.
building
Excellent.
stuff.
Good work, Naya. You're awesome, and we need you to thank you. Thank you for on behalf of literally the entire community. Because
Oh
I
my
think that's the thing
God.
DCL's worst at, is selling itself.
And what about the female quotient that was just out with? And honestly, like baby dolls too. I mean, there's not just as a whole, but like each individual one, like list. I mean, with the female quotient and stuff, there's a lot of different female. I mean, it's so. I think it's so exciting that you're doing this. You're female.
DCL has a really
your
strong female
Twitch,
representation.
You have your Decentraland game. I mean, hats off to you. Like,
And you're the boss,
Oh
right,
my
Naya?
God.
Like, you're like, this is all
Right.
you.
Yes.
Is there some other person hiding behind you in the shadows that when I learn about them, I'm just going to hate them?
No. So we are two co-founders. We've both been in development, and now he's taken over the operation side, and I'm more on like networking and making sure
Got
all
it.
the players are happy, making sure our network is happy. So
Well,
yeah.
let him know that he doesn't
We're
matter.
happy. Yeah.
But I appreciate his work. But we stand a queen here.
Oh my God, I love you. Thank you so
100%.
much. I honestly
So-
feel so good today. You know, whenever you're building something, like
Well, you should.
when you're in a startup and you're just starting, there are always days when you feel low. Like,
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
you're on Twitch, you're trying to get like I tried to stream before, like, and you got like one person, you're just like, what am I doing? I
Yeah,
could be
it's
doing
something like
anything else with my
that.
time. Yeah, so it's very easy to get down on yourself, but like no, like
There's
you're building
so
it
many days when you're just so almost depressed and
absolutely.
like I don't know if you followed the ABC like Odd Job, Billy.
He's had me
Coin,
blocked since before I knew he
Billy.
existed, so I do not follow Odd Job,
and
and I've
CK Bubbles, but
he seems nice.
they do tours.
They seem nice.
And last no, they're awesome. Last Monday, they had Mitchie and I going around. First, we went to Face Fashion, and then they asked me like, what was my favorite place in what was a place in Decentraland that meant a lot to me, and a place that means a lot to me is I just happened upon it like it was a year ago or a year and a half ago, and I was just feeling really down and sad and crying, and I was like, I'm gonna go check out the yoga place, and then I checked out the yoga place, and then across the street was this prey forest, and I was like, what's this? And then it just happened by magic that I found it, and it was like, put all your hopes and dreams into, there's all these like bright flowers, and you click on it, and then it floats up into the sky, and it was just, I left there feeling so happy. Like I was like, wow, this is such a nice place. So there's so much in Decentraland that you can happen upon, and that just changed my whole like day. Like still I get sad, but that made me feel happy that day. That like changed. I was like, well, it's what I needed. So
that
yeah, you
sounds
come
so
in here.
pretty. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it can uplift the soul sometimes if you visit some nice place in the metaverse. Do you remember the chords though? Do you remember where it was?
Oh yeah, totally. It's because I have this.
Have you ever seen dildo wielding Jesus though?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
my place.
Is that your place?
I can never find it. It turns out that's actually the holy ones, and I do own a
Yeah.
holy one. But I didn't, which obviously I should have realized when I first saw it, but I did not make that connection until like way too late to actually, for how intelligent I think I am. I did not make that connection for like months.
I have two holy ones.
You
I
have two.
bought
I have-
one, and then Gujito actually gifted me one.
Well, my friend gave me one as well, and I still need to mint one before it's too late. But my friend gave me he let me pick out of a couple of options, and I have the most fantastic Black Jesus with a crown on it, and it's just, it's great. Someday when I license it, I'll get all the monies.
So it's the Pray Force 17131.
17.
131 is the coordinates. And it was just like,
Let's go.
I was just like, "Ah." And we all get like that, you know, every one of us feels sad
At times, right?
Yeah.
at
Exactly.
times. You know,
Don't
we
be
feel
stupid.
alone. We
Yeah.
feel alone and we feel defeated and we feel like others are doing way better than us and this and that, and it's natural, and if you want to cry, cry. And
To remember that no one is as rich as you think they are, and they're all
Exactly.
miserable
Oh
too.
my god.
And especially the ones that tout like, "Ooh, I got this, I got that, I got." It's just like Instagram and social media. Like
yeah.
the one who's posting the most about how much they make or whatever.
Oh my God, I know exactly.
It's not always as it seems.
I completely relate to the people who minted back, but like have no other assets, because like I own, like, you know, I have my DG, you know, my crown set to get my crown and everything, but like that is like 80% or more of my assets probably, and it's just like I mean, like, and on top of that, ETH is down and those are down, so like maybe I
Yeah.
might have to redo the math. It might be like 50% of my assets, but it's just like people look at them like, oh, you must be so rich, and I'm like I literally have no
Not
other
really.
ETH. Like
Yeah.
literally, I've started buying ETH in September of last year, which was, I
Like
believe, the
it's
highest.
not cash.
Yeah.
Like it's not like you're driving around in a car and it's
Yeah.
like Lambo and shit. It's like it's when your money is, what do they call that? Like
Yeah, tied up. And on top of that,
it's
like
tied
half
up.
of my
Yeah.
half
You're
of what
not
I have
liquid.
is
You're
like
not liquid.
shared. I like sold, like, you know, shares of like a community wallet to friends. So like technically, like I have 12 wearables in my possession, but like I would argue that probably 5 of them are mine, and then the rest are, you know, shared amongst, you know, like 10 people. So like on top of that, it's just like the entire thing. Like I'm just like, oh, it's so frustrating that people like ask me for money in DMs or like treat me like I'm super wealthy, and I'm just like, I am not. So.
And then that's why I'm like the people that are like, I just made blah blah blah. And it's like, why would you say that? Why would you advertise that? Don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's if you,
You're gonna regret that, because then you're just asking like, hey, steal from me.
agreed.
I got lots of money, even in real life.
I got the
Don't do that
monies.
shit.
Though I think actually the bear market is really the best place to like build a social media or like, you know, blog presence, because like in the you know, when everything's going up in Euphoria, like everyone and their brother is pumping out garbage content, but like when things aren't going well, like that's when people like, oh, like this person really believes in these 4 projects he's writing about, because like otherwise he'd have to go to McDonald's, because no one can afford to just be doing this for you know,
Yeah.
no, he's not getting paid to do
absolutely.
this, I guess
Yeah.
the point, you know.
That makes sense.
So like then people are like, oh man, like okay, like I dig this guy. He obviously believes in this. And then the bull market comes back, and then, you know, that's when people are like, oh hey, like people believe you and you have integrity. Will you show our project? And that's what I want. I want my integrity tested. That's all I want in life, is to like be able to be like, oh yeah, I have integrity. 'Cause,
Validated.
yeah, like no one's ever offered me $1 million to do something I don't believe in, and I just want to be able to be like, yeah, I said no to that. Nice.
That's what I love about you, is you are you, and I love when people like,
I know,
you
but I
know
wanna-
what you're getting
I'm
with
gonna test
Jared.
it.
Like,
YouMack, find someone to offer me $1 million to like slap a
I-
baby. Let's find out if I say no.
can we split it? Yeah.
Deal. 100. I mean, can you find me a baby that I can slap? but yeah, if you find someone who will pay me to do something that isn't hit a child, and but against my morals.
And I laugh, but like in the game, remember Game of Thrones when they're like, the guy stabbed the baby, and it's like, and I'm like, fuck, not like fuck yeah, but like, damn, this show is freaking crazy. That's why I love it.
Yeah, they're willing to go the distance.
Like, I don't condone like killing babies,
I think like
but
happened a lot in history. They gave them a word up.
it was just like, what? That's why I was like,
Yeah, but
Holy
anyway, I would love to have my integrity and my morals tested with large sums of money. I think that'd be very fun.
Ooh, yeah, that would be.
well,
that
I'll
would be
keep an
nice.
eye out. I'll keep an eye out.
How to float? Okay, these are the flowers
Ooh,
that
that's
are
really lovely.
floating.
Oh yeah, so if you turn it on night mode, it looks really pretty
Oh.
because they all. So you just walk up to one of those flowers and click it.
Oh my god, it's enchanting. Okay, can I click
It is.
any? Can I click like?
Yeah, you can click them all. Like, watch. I'm gonna go around. You probably can't see mine. I don't know if
No,
you
okay.
can click them all. So, but it's special when you like think of something, and then you click one,
Oh,
and you can.
this is so
click
cute,
one,
man.
isn't it?
You're
Like,
I'm so thankful
And I
for
didn't
this
design
podcast.
it.
Honestly, I'm so thankful. I needed
Yeah,
this.
It's not,
Right.
you're the guide. You get this. You still get to be thanked. Your expertise has brought her to a place of beauty.
Absolutely, Mac.
and we went here with ABC last Monday, because they asked me like, what place do you like? And I just love this place because if you read the sign up at front, it's like, pray for us, put your prayers and wishes on the flowers and launch them
Yeah.
into the sky.
This is
And then it just
beautiful.
lifted, like, I was just like, okay. And then I was like, and then you could see all the flowers go up into the sky. But it's really beautiful if you turn your sky, turn it into night mode. Click your settings.
I
And
used
then
to
turn the
only
sky
play in
box
night mode,
down.
but I've recently started playing in the day, and I feel like it's been way better on my eyes.
Oh, I
No.
love day mode for most
You should
things.
do
'cause
sunset. Sunset is beautiful. Like something like 6 50.
Something like 6.
like 16.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's see. Never
I
want to
mean, it
argue with a
becomes so
beautiful-
mauve. Like it becomes very
Oh, yeah,
mauve-ish in
yeah.
the sky. Look at this. So pretty.
1704. What's that look
yeah.
like? That's
I think
nice,
that would be
yeah.
too sunny.
Oh, so I
Something
got to keep going. Go to
post
18.
6. Yeah, like 1830 or something. Because then the sun is so mild.
It's just soothing.
1835.
It's very
Oh
soothing.
yeah, the nice pink sky and nice,
Yeah, it's
some
very
nice
pink.
yellow hues. Oh, I have
Yeah,
shadows turned off to like
hues.
save on my memory card, and everything looks so weird without them right now. It's funny.
Oh yeah, it takes up a lot of the graphics card.
And I have a decent graphics card, but I can't like stream or like watch a stream, play Decentraland, and like have
Together?
Photoshop up in the background.
That's cool.
And I've had a picture of this as my Twitter background forever.
Oh, let me
Since-
check.
And it has like the full moon in the background. Because
Oh,
that was
this is beautiful. Okay, I want to
that
put
was
it back
that was so
tonight.
long ago. Because I have like default pants and
Oh,
then
yeah.
like a Decentraland sweater.
Yeah, and
and
you
I
have
was-
like a hoodie, DCI
Mhm.
hoodie. Oh my god!
And I was just like, oh, I love it here.
And now look at you, all
Yeah,
So
fancy.
crazy
And-
how fast
So
the
fancy.
marketplace got cluttered with stuff.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, and
beautiful.
when I posted about it, it's a Japanese artist, and they're like, "Hey, that's mine," and I was like, "Oh, thank you so much for creating this," because like it really meant so. It still means so much to me. Like after a year.
Yeah, I would because that counts as like used land. Like even though that artist isn't
Exactly.
doing anything with it
Yeah,
or hosting
that's
events, like
beautiful.
this counts. Like I don't like because like I feel like I mean Alpha, who I do not like for other reasons. I seen he's like on a rampage to like reclaim unclaimed land. I saw him like he's like gonna make some kind of proposal about that. And it's just like I mean, like if this I would hope would not constitute as unused. Like if you're not hosting events or onboarding people, it's like we're coming for your shit. And like I like the general sentiment. I do agree.
Sometimes you just need a place to
chill.
Like this is a place to. It's still interactive, and it's a place to just when you're feeling down.
It's so positive.
You can send, or let's say you lost a loved one, you can come here and send them up in a flower.
That's
Like
so
it just
beautiful.
means so much to me, and I love. I'm sorry that I forget the designer of it. I'm sure we could find out, and I'm sure I can go back into my Twitter, but that's like over a year and a half of tweets.
I mean, I think if they really wanted celebrity out of it, they would have probably left it, made it a little bit easier to identify on the plot. So like, I don't think. Yeah. I imagine that you're not hurting. Like we're not slighting them, but
but I love the sentiment behind this. I mean, it's beautiful.
Like, and then across the street is like yoga or something.
Ooh.
Which.
Meanwhile, I'm just like, think of a place in Decentraland, quick. Dildo wielding Jesus. It's very special to me. I don't know why.
Oh my god.
There used to be yoga over here.
There is?
You just probably gotta wait till
there was. Maybe like I said.
It was a while ago.
You know, it used to be here. Maybe places are gone.
Left. So much has changed.
No, it was right here.
Oh my god.
It was right. Yeah, it was like right across the street. Because then I was coming on the road and I was like, what's this? I was like, what?
There is something. There's a studio here. Crypto Learning Studio. Whoa. Oh my god, it's got like computers.
Where are you at?
I just kept on walking and I ended up here.
Oh, you were... Are you at negative 14,148?
I am at 20,141.
Oh, okay. I was like, how did you get that far? Okay, I'm jumping in.
This is cool. This is a nice build. I love when people build cool stuff and then they just stop interacting with it. Like same with the Prey House person.
I mean, like it's cool, but at the same time, it's like lame. Like everyone should be building something.
Well, I know, but it's again like it's still everyone's trying and like it's still new, but.
I saw a cool proposal, and I don't know if it's technically possible, but to make the builds NFTs, so like a person who owns a plot of land can like just buy an NFT off the market to like put on their property.
Oh,
well, I thought Dom did that.
I don't think he did that because I remember reading it and while we were still talking and DMing him, being like, "Hey man, we should like support this proposal because it would be really good for you as a person who makes builds." But he never replied because he's a narcissist.
I was going to say something. Oh, I'm gonna check one more thing because this is a really cool like musical place that I found, and it was like really crazy. But I made a spreadsheet of all the different.
Wow.
Places.
You did.
Like, I know it's so nerdy, but and it's so
that
old.
Is so cute, Mac. Oh my god.
Well, because like in the beginning, I was like, "Oh, I want to go back to that place," and then like I'm like, "Oh, I don't know where it is."
Oh, that is
so
the
ever
most
since then, I'm like,
adorable
"All
thing
right."
I've heard this month. I swear, someone making
Really?
a cute spreadsheet. I want to see that spreadsheet. I'm a sucker
Okay,
for
I can
spreadsheets.
share it on my drive, but
So cute.
I have to say, like, it's old. Like I made it last February, so a lot of places
But it's
may
amazing.
not
It's going to
be
be like
there because it's constantly changing.
yeah, the vintage transcript of all the places one should be
Yeah.
at.
And then I have like stuff called like objects. I mean, I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Glowing flower, amazing
So
visual.
interesting. Oh my god, you've also written like descriptive elements?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then I have all like Ethermon plots,
no.
which are probably more.
Oh my god, I
But
can't.
there's this one music place. Bike jumping a ramp. Glowing flower. Okay, 67 negative 24. Let me see if something's even there. 67 negative 24. 2, 7. Because I don't even remember what this is. All I wrote was glowing flower, amazing visual. Lady in bathtub wine bottles. I remember that was next to Zeta's place. Oh yeah, that's that cool flower.
Oh, what is this?
Yeah, that.
Oops. I think the build broke or something. Cannot open anymore.
Oh, I'm going up. So you go all the way up to the top.
Are you here?
Yeah. I see you right there. See, I'm on top of the flower now. So you go inside the flower and then it like lifts you up like an elevator.
Oh, here! Oh my god! This is so pretty. Whoa.
The goblin NFT thing makes me so mad that people thought that wasn't an awful idea.
This is so beautiful, Mac. Oh my god.
Isn't it? Like there's so many like there you go.
What?
Like I would just run around and just explore. Like that's the best
What just
thing.
happened?
And then,
this is the best thing I've
and then
seen.
we're on top
honestly.
of a flower.
This is the best
That's pretty
thing
cool.
I've
That's
seen.
a Black Lotus
This
from
is
Magic the
cool.
Gathering.
This looks like a movie. Honestly.
It is 100% based off of the Magic the Gathering Black Lotus, and it's pretty dope.
Whoa.
The flower?
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's just based off of a lotus in
What
general.
is this?
It has real Black Lotus vibes to me.
They're like
Even
There's
just-
like a block or something. Or is that part of my outfit? I have the wilderness aura from you on me, right?
Ooh, I do not see it. I just saw it. Ooh, nice.
Oh, okay. There's like little lanterns all around.
Oh.
Okay, I thought that was part of my outfit.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I would just write down different places, but and then I just stopped doing it after a while.
Why?
But there,
Like what? I love to know people's process. Like what makes them stop, or what drives them.
I think just because when you first, I think there's a wave, like people first get into Decentraland and you're so overwhelmed and you're so excited and you're like, ah, and then you start to, like you're first an explorer and then you learn, well, hey, I can contribute. But then when you contribute, you lose the time to explore. So I think after I started contributing, like creating events and building and stuff, you lose the time to run around and explore. So I didn't type in places that I went because I didn't go anywhere.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Well, I'm getting hungry. I just realized it's like dinner time.
Yeah, it's also I have to go to work tomorrow.
So yeah, you should go to bed and then.
I'm gonna go to bed but this was super fun and I would love to be back
Yeah,
if you'll have me.
Of
Like this was super
course.
fun and I'm
I would
sorry
love to have you.
like I was like, I need to travel around. Hey, EPD Rabbit's in the house.
Woohoo!
Love EPD Rabbit.
Hello.
If I'm saying that right, is it Rabbit or EPD Rabbit?
EPD. think
EPD
so.
Rabbit.
I
think
don't know
so.
who EPD
Best
Rabbit
videos.
I
is.
don't
to
know
see.
either.
They
They're
make the best
high.
videos.
Yeah.
If you see on Twitter, they visit all the events and create really cool videos.
Wow.
What's their Twitter handle?
We need to talk then.
Here. Yeah, definitely. You definitely have to follow them. Let me.
Woohoo! They're talking. Okay.
I don't
let's
know,
all
Mac.
twerk.
I'm pretty stingy with my follows. I'm not like one
Well,
of those.
no. You're gonna want to follow. I'm gonna put it in our chat right here. You're gonna want to follow.
Yay.
Yeah, it's CAJUUNHEE.
Okay.
Definitely follow them. The coolest videos. They just go around to all the events and make these really cool videos.
They've been on Twitter since 2010. They have 500. Okay, they got a nice. They don't have. I don't like following people who follow too many people because I don't know. It feels like they're not real.
See,
like they're just trying.
And
to.
I'm different because like I feel if you're gonna follow me, I want to follow you.
Yeah.
Like I want to give that
same.
respect
I'm like
back.
that.
You know.
Yeah, which is
Like-
because you're like a good human being, and I'm like, I definitely look down on people. I think a lot more than I'm entitled to. I don't think because no one's entitled to look down on anyone, obviously. But I definitely think that I'm just very judgmental. I think I got that from my grandmother. I think I'm just like, no, you garbage person, I can't have it. Which isn't like, so I think I don't know.
Oh, no.
And I also
I just
think that like I'm
feel-
so ADD, I try to like keep my distractions at a minimum. Is I think also it. So I'm like, I don't know.
Oh, like
Yeah,
you
that
think like
makes
if you follow
sense.
more people, like you'll get more like triggers and shit.
Messy.
Yeah, exactly. I'll get distracted.
Right.
I'll see someone say something dumb, and then
Yeah.
I'll go on a tirade that gets like divisive and political or somehow.
Just rules. No religion, no politics. Then you-
Well, I'm super agnostic, but I'm not like really an atheist necessarily. Even though like I like lean probably not, just because like realistically like string theory postulates that if you push like if enough people like push against something long enough, like theoretically you could fall through a wall. So it's in like all kinds of just crazy like things that
Oh, I
just
love
seem
that.
like yeah, and then on top of that, then there's like simulation theory, which like mathematically is most likely as like a creation origin. So it's just like if math and science have such absurd things, like who am I to be like, nah, God's impossible? It's like we got nothing. We're just ants on a on a log.
Oh, that's a
feel
good
the
take
same.
on it. I like it. Yeah.
But like
I feel
but
the same. Like
I'm not gonna kill anyone over my
yeah.
beliefs. The bummer
Yeah.
is the people who will kill people over their religious beliefs.
Oh
Just-
yeah.
Are you an
That's-
agnostic too, Mac? I feel like
I don't like to label myself. Like I don't know. I just know. Just be a good human.
oh, that's.
But I don't go to
beautiful.
church.
Yeah, that's one of the things that
Okay.
drives me nuts. Is like
and
religious
and
people who
don't
are, like-
condemn anybody else because like I've gone to so many different churches growing up in Vegas. I went to Mormon church, I went to Catholic church, I went to Presbyterian, Baptist. No, I don't think there was too many
Jesus.
Baptists.
Well,
out there,
that's a
but-
lot of different.
And then I'm
types-
like, well, who's right? And I was a little kid. I'm like, well, which one of you are right?
Oh, yeah.
I think that
And
if
so I
you have
questioned
questioning.
it. I think question it.
You began questioning.
Yeah, and so I was just like, you know what? What I got from this is just be a good. Don't be, be a good human. Just don't, there's
multi-armed elephant
normal
man.
rules.
No, the Hindus have it. I think if it's either nothing, or the Hindus have it right. I just feel like that's a cool religion. Like it has
Like
it's a
Buddhism
great
is
origin
cool.
story. It makes more sense. Why would gods look just like people? I don't know.
Yeah, and like it's like who's right?
Like because
There's
it's way
so
less-
many. Like
It's less rapey than the
Right.
Greeks too, which is really nice. Sorry, I'm informed by many of the women in my life. They do not like it when I casually drop the word rapey in the conversation. But like Greek mythology is pretty rapey. Like Zeus wasn't a great dude.
yeah, no, I can. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna
yes.
try to wake up and go to work.
Well, it was lovely getting to talk to you again. We hadn't spoken in so long, and
I know it's always
Thank
good to
you
hear your
so
voice. And
much
thank you.
for coming.
No,
on,
thank you for
honestly.
having me
loved
on.
it.
I appreciate
What a
it so much,
time.
and I hope to be on more.
Yes,
Hey,
please.
If you'll have me, definitely.
Of course.
100%. We love you.
Of course.
Love
we
you
love
both.
you. Absolutely.
Have a good
love
night,
you.
and we will talk soon. And Saturday, come to the Endomac for the movie.
night.
We're gonna have some weird Santa Claus with the
and Santa
Martians
Claus.
thing.
It does sound, I mean, I do just want to see like what that looks like. I won't lie.
Yeah, you gotta do commentary. You gotta just
I'd
make fun of it in
stream it.
chat.
I'd
Yeah,
stream
do
it, I
it,
think.
do it.
It would
Oh,
be
that would be
lovely.
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I love you too.
Oh.
Absolutely, love you as well, and have a great night. And
good
hopefully,
night.
you fall asleep quickly.
Bye.
Think of me tomorrow when I'm in literal jail, because I'll be in the jailhouse.
Yeah,
Oh.
we'd be thinking.
We will send positive vibes your way. I
Absolutely.
All
promise.
right.
Absolutely.
Thanks. Good
do my
night,
last- my
or
last-
good morning, or good day.
Good night, Mac.
Me and UMac are so the same. Like I'm the worst at ending. Like because like always like a new thing comes up, and like I feel like me and UMac could be hanging up on each other for 8 hours. Like I just feel like I just know it.
It's so
'Cause,
sad
like I'm just
to
like, oh, no, this.
hang up.
Yeah, you're like I don't want to end the conversation. Like yeah, we can keep talking about
and
this.
it's like, what if I turn out to be too rude? Like, what if it seems I'm too
Yeah,
rude
you-
if I hang up early?
Yeah, exactly. You're like 100%.
Okay, let's
totally
let's rate Doki. Oh, EP
oh,
is
hell yeah.
following us now. Thank you, EP. We love you. I'd probably talk to you about some videos on Twitter. Okay, let's rate Doki.
Yeah, you should, because you were looking for people to make videos, and it's part of your thing. You should totally hit them up. They could make some dope wilderness videos if what UMac says is true. And I will also
Yeah,
go.
we
I
trust you.
was looking at their Twitter, but then I got distracted by conversation. But yeah, I'll.
But it was absolutely lovely. Oh my god, it was absolutely lovely. I love her.
Yeah.
Thank you so
If
much.
UMac
Jarod.
says I should follow this person, I'll follow.
Yeah, you should.
No, there's.
Okay, let's rate Doki. Is she still on? I think she's still on.
Yeah, she is. She's still on. Yes.
Doki. Okay. By the way, everyone who's been lurking, thank you so much. Like, thank you so much for listening in. This was like probably the first podcast, the proper podcast that I have actually
Yes.
streamed. So thank you. Okay, let's rate now.
Yeah,
See you
and we will
there on
reply.
Doki's stream.
Yes. See you in the Joki's chat.
Okay. Okay.
Talk to you later.
Bye, Jarod.
Thank you for being here, Rich. I really appreciate that.